already embiggened the words on
it.
there? You embiggened it?
I did make it so I can read it. See, you got a thumbs up.
Already.
We're not late. We're totally on time.
It's like 1 minute. Rumor has it it's Cholowski out of Detroit. We'll see, though.
Do people saying hi.
Howdy,
everybody.
Hello. Howdy. We're 23 minutes away from the start of all of the Let's Get Kraken.
Hello, people. It's already going really fast, so
yeah, it's gonna do that. Enjoy
don't get
that.
all pissy when I don't see your comment.
Enjoy that.
Just saying.
Have fun with that.
Just saying. Be nice, guys. I know it's the internet, but be nice.
And I'm using a fan because I just did my treadmill, so I had a shower, but I'm still kind of,
gross.
Hey, but 5 miles though after playing floor hockey last night.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
And with all the signs pointing to a buyout, is Martin Jones done in the NHL, or do you see a second chance waiting for him with another team? I say the second.
He'll get a chance. There's enough goaltending jobs around the NHL that he will definitely get a chance.
The chat's already getting all.
Oh, there's 1,655
jumpy.
people. It's gonna go high. 1,700.
When there's a lot of chats at one time, it skips around and it makes it really hard for me to see the chat. So
if people have a Kraken jersey already, it's because it's a fake. They're knockoffs. The real jerseys don't come out until September, which is poor marketing. It's Vegas all over again.
Yeah.
You should have had the jerseys available sooner.
True. Oh, somebody wants to know why are their names already on the board?
So the names that are on the board are ones that I believe I was right about from yesterday. So it's yesterday's mock draft that I may very well be right about from yesterday. And then I've got the purple marker to fill in the ones that I have changed, or to fill in the right ones if they turn out to be wrong. We'll see.
How much will the salary cap hurt the chances of Lightning completing the near impossible task of a three-peat?
Well, they're losing Coleman, Goudreau, and Gord, and they want to get rid of Johnson's contract as well. They have to find some cheap forwards. If Julien Brisebois can find guys who come in and should play on cheap contracts, they can do it, but they're going to have to find veterans who are willing to play for less money.
Hello from Melbourne, Australia. Do you believe the leaked selections, or are you taking it with a grain of salt?
I believe the leaked selections because Frank and others were leaking them, and then the individual reporters in those cities were backing them up and going, yes, these are the picks. So that's the reason I do believe the leaked selections were correct. But I'm ready to replace those if I have to. A lot of sirens today.
Yeah. Oh, somebody loves you. It's nice. At least somebody does.
My shirt. Wow, thanks. Mike loves me.
Okay. If the rumors are true and Seattle takes Cholowski from Detroit, the whole Wings Nation will jump for joy because we still have Stetcher.
And for me, it was one or the other. I think it was Cholowski I had as my backup. I'll go through it tomorrow after and how many of my first and second choices. If I was more right on the first or the second, but yeah, Detroit can afford to lose Cholowski. Absolutely.
Would you rather have Donskoy or Platt at Seattle?
At those cap hits, I'd rather have Donskoy.
Hold on, it's skipping around.
Happy Lemon.
Yeah, okay. Is there a pre-order site for the jerseys?
Not yet.
Why do you hate the Kraken so much?
Haven't won a damn game.
Super huge fan of the channel. Been watching for a few years now. Cheers from Nova Scotia, I'm going to guess.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
It's going to jump.
I know it does. And I'm trying.
It's going to jump.
My contribution to the Yvonne Needs a Raise Fund, because her employer only pays her in the currency of 1812. Potatoes. Hi, Shannon. Don't tell somebody that I typed all in caps.
Oh, Shadow. Low Shadow. Not the cat. the moderator.
Okay.
Or are they the same
I'd be
thing?
shocked if they took Holtby straight up.
Oh, that Holtby's not going. The rumor has it that Vancouver was asked to retain salary if Seattle was going to take Holtby, and they're going to have to, and Vancouver said no.
Okay. Thanks for all your work. You've been a lifesaver through the pandemic.
Thank you. Although the real lifesavers in the pandemic have been the medical workers.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But we've definitely been trying on the social side of it. There was definitely an effort there.
Yep.
Who will Seattle take from Pittsburgh?
The rumors Brandon Tanev. I haven't seen 100% confirmation on Tanev. I even double checked lists before we went live here. I still think it's going to be Tanev.
What do the Canes need to do to win a cup?
Just stability. If they're losing a player that they're able to lose in today's expansion draft, which is the rumor, they don't need to do very much. They're right up there. Just don't overcorrect.
Hold on, it's doing the skipping thing already. Got that part.
You got that
one. Okay, hello from Sweden, right? 1:40 here. Oh my goodness. Have a nice day.
Ooh, that's late.
That is really late.
So it's appreciated that you're up and watching.
Staying up, yeah. How do you think Dallas replaces Alexiak, and what do you think happens with Klingberg?
They're going to have to use the UFA market. I've seen rumors of Klingberg being dealt, and I think it's in a Seth Jones deal. I would be very upset. Honestly, I think Klingberg's underrated.
Why am I wearing a Wild jersey?
Because she loves Minnesota.
It's awesome. Just look at this jersey.
I couldn't decide on a jersey,
awesome.
So I decided to go with my own T-shirt. You gotta do some self.
I really like this jersey. It's one of my favorites, and I decided it's been forever since I've had an excuse to wear a jersey.
I thought about wearing this because why not?
And during the pandemic, I've gained more jerseys, and I haven't been able to wear any of them. And so there was a debate of, which jersey do I want to wear today?
Don't be surprised if when the footage
favorites
of this weekend's meetup happens, if I'm wearing that Bear jersey I just held up.
I'm going to guess you're taking a couple and you'll be changing because that's what you do.
I think I should take that Bear and a yellow flying V.
Since you have, that would be a Shannon thing to do.
If it's Marigold, it's me.
Wore a jersey at a meetup for a year and a half since Boxing Day of 2019.
Yeah, but I always make sure I'm wearing one to Mike's.
You always.
I even brought two yesterday just in case because they play lights and darks. So I'm like, all right, I got to bring one of both.
Apparently, the Pens lose McCann and Tanev to the expansion. Does the McCann trade look like the right move from Hextall?
They were going to lose McCann. I think they were fine with losing him. If Hallander ends up being an NHL player, it ends up being a decent move. I mean, it's a late draft pick in there too, but maybe they weren't sold on McCann as well.
Hello, Shannon and Yvonne. Hope you're doing well. Keep up the great work. How's the air quality there? Here in Alberta, it's been fairly smoky. Take care of both of you.
We're lucky we've got the onshore flow so far, but there's been rumors that
on the other side of the BC mountains, that's where it's bad.
That's going to change, and if that changes, we're going to be hurting.
Yeah. We have our air filters going already, though, just in case. Because I can't breathe smoke.
Are you doing it?
Doesn't go up. I know.
Didn't jump that many.
I was trying to catch up. Maybe King Henrik gets another shot with the Capitals now, if ready.
I would think they'd talk to him. Doesn't hurt to talk to him.
Okay. How do you think
Vasily calls it?
Yes. Will do in his first year as a Canuck, and will he play the same style as Tanner Pearson? He should
be a I don't know if I want to say better player, but he may score more points than Pearson. But Colson should be NHL ready. I remember when Vancouver drafted him. Word was that could end up being the biggest steal in the first round.
Shannon has videos on why he cheers for the teams that he does.
Yes.
What else will Tampa do to get cap relief?
I would think they call Seattle tomorrow and look at trading Tyler Johnson to the Kraken. That's my guess.
We do not smoke. That wouldn't work even if I wanted to.
No, we don't
I would pass out.
Part of the reason I'm able to have jerseys because I don't smoke.
Oh, that would be awful.
It's
that
expensive.
Would ruin your jerseys too, the smoke. Yes. Make them all smelly and discolored.
I can tell when I get something in the mail and it's from a smokehouse. I can tell if they smoke. I can tell.
Pass.
And we have to soak the jersey in vinegar and wash it and all that.
What else? I already read that
You
one.
read that one. That's good.
I know.
Good job, sweetie.
I'm trying here. Get a custom Yvonne jersey. Yvonne biting through a hockey stick or something. That'd be weird.
I took a video of you last night. I could post that.
Oh, yeah, you said that. I don't know if you need to post that.
Yeah. I talked about how beautiful you were when you were running around out there.
You did know it.
I did. And that was before Mike got your phone and recorded with your phone.
Oh my gosh, yeah. You're the goat, Shannon.
Thank you.
That's still weird.
So it's almost like Mike and I have the same idea where it's like, hey, we can do commentary.
Okay. I'm sorry. It's already skipping around.
Oh, of course.
So.
Of course. We're up to 3,800 people.
Why didn't Anaheim protect Hayden Fleury?
They had 3 defensemen they liked better. And Fleury was expendable to them.
Hello from Halifax. Love your channel. Only been watching starting recently. We'll keep watching.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Greatly appreciated.
What does Vegas do the
Vegas?
Knights make any deals tonight?
I don't know. There's been rumors about side deals. The funny thing is that most of the pundits are saying there aren't any. And yet when Ron Francis was asked on Tim and Friends tonight by Tim McAuliffe, he didn't deny it. He basically kind of shrugged it off and changed the subject. So he did not deny that there are some side deals here. I would think there's probably at least 3 or 4 side deals that have been made. They're not going to be really sexy deals up front, but the ones Vegas made were kind of panned at the time too. And they turned out pretty well for Vegas.
No mushy talk, but have you checked him out? Okay, anyways.
Why do you do that?
I don't start it.
There's almost 4,000 people on here.
Then they can admire your awesomeness too.
Sportsnet's doing a live stream too, so
you guys could see
nobody's going to be oogling over Steve Dangle. So
I'm sure there are.
Not on camera.
On
so
camera.
Steve can just talk about hockey.
Wish they could. Okay, put this in your fund for a Lightning Storm jersey. Go Bolts, baby.
Oh yeah, the Storm jersey. The only ones I've been able to find lately are the kit jerseys,
or really, really big,
or really expensive.
That too.
There's one that's $1,800. It's yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because it's the mint condition 1992 or 93, whatever year it was those came out. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
My mom's on here.
Oh, good.
She said hello from the basement. Okay. Who is leaving the Bolts?
The rumor has been that it'll be Yanni Gourde, which the only reason I was surprised by that is because I think they probably could have made a deal to get Gourde after, because again, Tampa has major cap problems, but they felt apparently the Gourde would be the best player for them to get for Tampa.
Stumbled upon your channel a year back and asked how many jerseys you own. You responded more than 7. I've been hooked on your videos ever since. That sounds like something
I had somebody ask me.
Yeah.
I had somebody ask on Instagram, how many jerseys of Dallas do you have? And I answered all of them.
Yes.
I just answered all of them.
Yes.
It's just easier that way.
You get emails frequently. Do you have this one? Mm-hmm.
You don't even have to look.
No.
You can answer that and just say, yeah.
Most of them I can. Every once in a while I'm like,
There are times I come in here late at night to check to see whether or not I have a jersey when I find one online. But
yes.
Yeah.
And the answer is almost always, yep.
That's why I take all the pictures. And if you're on Patreon, there's an actual link to my Google Drive where I've got pictures of every single jersey I own.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know you linked that.
Yep.
Would you rather have Geeky or Bean?
I'd rather have Jake Bean, but Morgan Geeky's a good player too. And you can only have so many defensemen. I don't know what her problem is.
It's skipping again.
What is your problem? What is
She's
your
really
deal?
whiny today. Just
Holy
to warn
crow.
you guys.
She didn't eat her food. It's not like she's that hungry. I swear she ate.
She has 2 kinds of food right now in
You
the
got
kitchen.
food, you've got water.
Okay, start, bench, cut. Bobby Orr, Wayne Gretzky, or Mario Lemieux.
Start in their prime, start Gretzky. I guess bench Orr and cut Lemieux. That's tough. But I'd have to go in that order.
If you were a GM, would you make a side deal or not? I think it'd be a terrible move to do a side deal, but that is just me and fan of Florida and the Blue Jackets.
It depends on who you're trying to protect. If you're trying to protect a key asset, you make a side deal to make sure you don't lose it.
Yvonne's a lucky woman. I know, right? See, it's not me. I'm not starting it. They're starting it. Just want to say hello from Quebec. Keep up the good work. Recent here, but love your channel.
Thank you. Okay, is that what you wanted? You wanted me to pick you up?
Who makes the worst side
spoiled.
deal of the draft? She's a spoiled princess.
Well, we won't know who's going to make the worst side deal of the draft until it happens. It will be interesting to see, though, how quickly people jump on teams for making those deals. I remember when Columbus made the deal, though, where Vegas takes William Karlsson. There wasn't a whole lot of complaining about that at the time because it got rid of the Clarkson contract, too. But, boy, did that ever look bad in hindsight.
Do you think the Isles land a big fish?
They should. The Islanders with Eberle on his way out, and there are others too. They should, but again, Lou's been looking for ways to deal with the cap. I think he's bringing in he may be bringing in Parise and Suter, which would make some of the losses a lot easier to take, as long as Parise can get back to producing.
Shannon, please tell Yvonne that the doctor said she's not allowed to do that.
No, the judge told her to stop that. And Mom doesn't like that either.
Whatever. My mom's on here. Okay.
I know. She's my mom,
Hello
too.
from SoCal. Shannon and Yvonne, which is your favorite cat and why is it Shadow? You two are awesome. Love the channel.
Shadow, I will say this for him. He's not intrusive. Bear is very intrusive and very needy. And when she climbs up on top of me, she's got her claws out to make sure she doesn't fall off. Shadow doesn't do any of that.
You put her off. Hold on. He seems to have misplaced
Shadow,
me.
I can place him somewhere and he's fine and he lays down there. Her, she's just like,
it's just to be right here.
I need to be in your face.
It has to be breathing in your eyeball and her whiskers up
and then
your
she
nose.
gets mad if I don't allow that. She gets mad and takes off and won't talk to me for a couple hours. So very demanding and needy cat. Shadow is not. He's very easygoing, very fun.
Princess.
He's a sweetheart.
Jamie Alexiak and Seattle is 5 years, approximately $4.6 million.
Alexiak's earned it. Solid, excellent top four defenseman. With Alexiak and Larson, that's your top four guys that can shut the other team down. Now it's just finding goal scoring.
Do we like Vegas? Like the place or the team?
The city's good.
We really like going to Vegas, and the Vegas stuff is fun. Look at my awesome cup. How cool is that?
That's true.
And the jerseys are really fun. The gold helmets pass on that, but Vegas is fun.
Okay, are you fine for me to put you down now?
And the people in Vegas are really fun too.
Can I put you down now? Or are you going to keep screaming?
So, yes. Okay. Sorry, it's really skipping around, and it jumps over all of the super chats, and so I have to try and find where, it's really skipping today. I am so behind now.
Well, there's almost 5,000 people in here. Oh, my goodness.
I'm sorry, guys.
And it hasn't started yet.
Yeah,
we're 6 minutes away from it starting.
Okay,
there you go.
There's where I am.
Yeah.
And and I'll catch back up, and then I'll skip again. Okay, been watching you for so long. Thanks for all your hard work. Go Canucks. Enjoy the expansion draft and entry draft.
Yes, the entry draft is at the same time 48 hours from now. And we will be doing a live stream for that as well.
You guys get to listen to us talk a lot this week.
And then on Saturday too.
Is Josh hosting a viable NHLer at this point?
I don't think it's going to happen. I think that the best plan is for him to go over to Europe and build his stock back up.
How screwed are the Sharks going forward? Hello from Eastern Oregon. You've been the reason I got back into hockey heavily.
If the rumors are accurate as to who they're taking from San Jose, it's not that bad because I thought it was going to be Dylan Gambrell. I think if they lost Gambrell, I think it would have been a lot worse. So it's not as bad as it would have been. But yeah, San Jose's got some depth problems and some contract problems on top of it.
Hey guys, wanted to let you know I'm a peace officer at the jail across the way in Edmonton. There are tons of us watching you. Then you better behave, Shannon.
It means I'm protected if I go to jail.
They're watching you.
Means if I go to prison at some point, they're like, hey, it's a hockey guy. We'll back him up. That's fine.
Hey, can I go to Alberta?
That might be our option if we can't cross the border.
I don't think it works like that.
For Christmas, we could go to Edmonton instead of Vegas. Love you.
Hey guys, awesome to see your channel doing so great. The sky is the limit.
Thank
By
you.
the way, I still have your Edmonton Oilers copper jersey you sent me back in 2017.
I remember that.
I do too.
That's good too, because those are getting harder and harder to find.
And those are I really like those.
Yep, I love that color.
Yeah,
I wish they'd use that color as a
really
third.
like the copper for Oilers.
I think they should use those for the third, but
over under 10 trades announced tonight.
I'll say under. But tomorrow is going to be crazy busy. So,
do you think anyone will take Ghost from the Flyers, or are we stuck with his turnovers until his contract's over?
It's possible that he gets traded. I know there's rumors that Nate Schmidt might be on his way out of town for Vancouver. They're not happy with his contract either. Ghosts is a lower cap hit. Maybe there's a trade there. We'll see.
Shannon for NHL commissioner. Veto.
I wouldn't enjoy being an
No,
NHL
that sounds awful. Okay.
It's a thankless job.
Yeah, that would be a hard job.
Yeah.
You couldn't ever go online. It would really kill your self-esteem. Hi from Nova Scotia, major Sens fan, wondering what your thoughts are about us losing Joey Decord, and are we gonna get Strome?
Strome apparently is on the market. That'd be Ryan Strome, apparently on the market. Decord, I like his heart. I like his fight. I think he's a decent enough goaltender, but he is replaceable. And Ottawa has a number of goalies in their organization. I don't think they're going to be ruining the day they lost Joey Decord.
Love from Vegas. Where do Eichel and Landeskog go?
I'm going to start a rumor Eichel's going to Seattle just because I think that'd be fun. Landeskog, you know what? If for some reason things fell down between Boston and Taylor Hall, I wouldn't be surprised to see Landeskog end up in Boston. The problem being, to play in Boston, you have to be willing to make less money, and it doesn't sound like Landeskog is as willing to take deals that way.
Off topic, but would you say the 1987 Canada Cup team is the hockey equivalent of the 1992 U.S. basketball dream team?
Oh, absolutely. The 1987 Canada Cup team, I watched that series. That was fantastic. And the Soviets were pretty darn good. That roster was excellent as well. That was one of the greatest tournaments I've ever watched.
Hey, Shannon, getting audio crackles on our end. I'd suggest you refresh. Our mic is working just fine.
Yep. Mike says it's okay.
Yeah.
I can tap the mic, but that wouldn't be good.
I'd refresh sometimes.
You asked me that one. Over under on 10 trades announced tonight.
Did that repeat? Because I didn't see the one right above that. Another hello from Vegas. Hello from Vegas. We miss you.
We're going to have some Seattle people too.
Oh, that'd be fun going to Seattle again too, wouldn't it? Okay, hold on. It skipped a really long ways again. Oh my goodness. Oh, I know. I am. These are all one. Oh my gosh.
Do you want me to do it and get caught up?
Yeah. Good luck with that.
I could just answer
yes or no. It
yes
won't let me
no.
go any further, okay. So I'm sorry if I skip some. It will not let me look any further back. Hello, guy of hockey. What if it came out that Montreal was lying about Price's injury?
Can't be the case because his medical records were obtained by Seattle. As soon as the protected and exposed lists were there, Seattle had full access to everything. They talked about it. They thought about it. Ron Francis said that today. Ultimately, they decided against it.
Who do you think the Kraken's arch rival will be? People thought Arizona would be Vegas' biggest rival, but it turned out to be San Jose.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's Vegas.
The playoffs kind of helped that too.
If they're able to beat Vegas this first year, like even if they're behind Vegas in the standings, that'll be a big point of contention, and that might be enough to stoke a real rivalry there.
You do an amazing job.
Thank
Your
you.
hard work is greatly appreciated.
Thank you.
We will hear more about trades and new contracts after the Kraken finish revealing their team, or will teams actually wait until tomorrow's unfreeze?
I think deals involving Seattle, as long as they don't involve players off of rosters, I think they can announce those tonight. Anything that involves other rosters, they're going to have to wait until tomorrow.
Greetings from Boston. What's your thought on DeBrusk's future? I like him and I think he has promise, but if he keeps up how he played this past year, I think they'll send him packing. Go Bruins.
I would be very surprised if Jake DeBrusk's still a Bruin in October. I think they're going to work on getting him moved. I don't think it works.
We live in BC, Canada. I've seen a lot of questions asking where we are. We are in BC, Canada. Love your content. Does it surprise you that out of all of the available choices from Montreal, Seattle supposedly chose Cale Fleury?
Well, they picked his brother too, so maybe there's something there, the family connection. Or are they just, some of these picks are going to end up being throwaways. They're going to be players that never play a game for Seattle.
You also have a cop watching from North Carolina. Go
Gary
Kings.
Bettman's out there.
We've got quite a few emails from police officers watching.
Yes.
Which is kind of fun. That's cool. Really appreciate what you do. I'm immunocompromised and still stuck inside mostly. You got me back into hockey when I really needed it. Ben hooked.
Thank you.
We understand. That's why when it was super lockdown last year, we were doing lots of live streams because we know there are a lot of people in that position.
Yep.
In your opinion, should San Jose finally fire Wilson or should they keep him longer?
I would say if the team doesn't make any kind of gains this year, I'd be kind of surprised if he's still around next year, but they surprised me by keeping him until now.
If the Caps lost to Vegas in 2018 or worse, never made past the first round, you think Ovi would be leaving this year?
I don't know that matters as much to him. I know he was very happy to have won a Stanley Cup, but at this point, I think it's about where he feels comfortable and just, I think he would be fine with either coming to Washington or playing in Washington for one more year or going to the KHL. I don't think the Stanley Cup matters as much now.
Maple Leafs are the NHL's version of the Dallas Cowboys. Thoughts?
Cowboys have won championships, though. I'm not saying that to be a smartass about it, but like the Cowboys have a relatively recent history of winning championships, and some of their spending has paid off. Toronto, it's been a real brick wall. They haven't been in the finals since '67.
Love from Moscow. Francis, please don't take Gord. And it's going to skip again. We will not be streaming the actual draft.
That's copyright.
We cannot show you the
so
TV. We cannot let you listen
Sportsnet's
to the TV.
able to do is Sportsnet has the NHL rights. I don't. So I cannot show the screen or I can get copyright struck for the very reason that Sportsnet pays all that money to be able to do it. I don't. So I'm not allowed.
That is their content.
Yeah.
It'd be just the same as we don't want people taking our videos and posting them as their own, and then they'd be making money from it. So true. It's the same thing. So we totally understand the copyright thing.
That is true.
Huge fan. Hoping Kraken take Clifton over Luzon. Much love from Nova Scotia. You've got a lot of Nova Scotia people today. When are we going to Vegas next? We're hoping Christmas. We're hoping. We'll see.
Yeah, Christmas is the plan.
We will see, though. We do have tickets, we'll see.
Well, we've got the tickets and we've got the hotel room paid for.
We have our reservation. How's that? So we're hoping if things stay or get better. Okay. Did Montreal and Colorado make a smart move by exposing high-priced players that they knew Seattle won't take and protect a depth player that may have gone?
Well, I think in Colorado's case, they knew they weren't keeping Landeskog anyways, so they put him out there. Colorado also couldn't, or Seattle couldn't come to an agreement with them either. Seattle tried. So I think they knew that Seattle wasn't going to meet the demands that were out there from Landeskog. So I don't think they had any worries. And for Montreal, either they keep Carey Price and they have one of the better goalies in the league, or they lose Carey Price and they have $10.5 million in cap space. There really wasn't a loss there from Montreal's perspective.
Hello from Kentucky. Is it possible that Washington signed Suter 3 years, $3 million?
Suter, I don't know if he gets 3 years. I've seen that Vegas is one of the front runners to get him. Vegas is listed as most likely. I don't know where they find the cap space. But Washington would be a good landing spot because Chara's out. So if Chara's not going to come back, Suter would be a fine replacement.
Bonjour from Montreal. Keep up the good work.
Où est la salle de bain?
Dork.
What?
Oh my gosh! Don't start.
What?
Okay. Should Ken?
That means thank you very much.
No, it does not.
Does too.
Should Ken Holland be fired?
No. The off season's just getting underway, so it's a little bit early to be. I mean, I'm baffled by what Ken Holland's done, but maybe he's got other plans.
Just wanted to say you two bring me so much joy. Thank you for growing my passion for the game. It's hard being a hockey fan in farmland, Michigan.
See, and I kind of understand. I've always been fans of teams that nobody around me is a fan of. Like whether it's I'm watching baseball, who do I cheer for? San Diego Padres. How many Padres fans are there in British Columbia? I think I might be the only one.
No.
So I go looking for hats, can't find Padres. Can't find Padres. So I understand.
What free agents does Seattle go after?
I would think they'll go after some of the bigger names. They have a lot of money. They have a lot of cap space with the roster they're putting together. And Ron Francis said they wanted to have that cap flexibility. They can be in on the bigger names. Absolutely. Dougie Hamilton, I don't think they're done pursuing Dougie.
Who do you think the Red Wings lose to the Kraken?
I think it's going to be Cholowski. That's been a rumor, but Detroit's been pretty good about keep playing it close to the vest.
What do you think about Washington's goaltending situation? Where do they go from here?
You've still got Copley as a backup if you need to. So you've got Samsonov, you've got Copley. It's possible they go out. Maybe they get a James Reimer. Maybe they're able to come to a deal with a guy like Peter Mrazek. Or maybe they try Lundqvist again if Lundqvist is able to come back. Although I don't know that necessarily happens. There are goaltenders out there. There are options.
Lots of love from Sweden. Love your videos.
I would love to go to Sweden. Just going to say, I'd love to go to Sweden. I'd love to go to Finland.
That would be
Those
awesome,
are two places that would be awesome. Because every heavy metal album cover has been shot in Finland. And I would love to be able to go over and find any heavy metal bands that have gone missing in Finland.
I think you could just go walk through the woods and just find them. I think
hey,
so.
It's the Scorpions. I haven't seen you guys in ages. All right.
Okay. Is that Stefan?
Stefan Waite.
Wait,
Yep.
ex-goaltender coach from Montreal said Fleury was not a Montreal future plan and that they're probably very happy from the pick.
I think so too. I'm honestly kind of surprised by Fleury.
My chat has froze.
Why'd you freeze the chat?
Okay, so let's see here.
What did you do?
Somebody said they love your shirt.
Well, of course.
Are you guys going to the Winter Classic?
Not that I know of.
You can't even cross the border right now.
Yeah, they just extended the border closure into the U.S. So
for those of
Americans
you that
can come
don't
up here.
know,
we can't go down there.
We cannot go to the States. The border is closed.
Yes.
We cannot go across the border, even though it's right there.
Yeah.
No crossing. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Hockey family. I hope all is well. Hope you all enjoy the draft. Let's go. OG Bettman announces some more Schneider-like trades today.
Yep. I think you'll like this. I remember that. That was just great.
Okay. Did they pick Giordano? Good pick, Seattle.
That's the rumor that they're picking. But then that's where it changes is, are they going to keep him around and look at him as a future leader, or are they going to swap him? Because there's rumors that they're going to flip him too.
Do you know if your friend who shall not be named watches the channel regularly?
He doesn't. He admitted that last night.
He is a busy man.
He's very busy. He's putting together a new album. I'm not telling stories out of court by saying that. He's been posting on social media. He's working hard on a new album. He went down to California and recorded it, and now they're just doing some touch-ups on it.
He's his family,
and
he's a busy man. So.
It's pretty awesome to see that he's got that going, and his tour may be starting up soon as well.
All right, you guys. Oh, I already read that one. Winter Classic. It really is just skipping around. It's just showing me random super chats. Hello from Boise. Huge hockey fan. Just found your channel today. Been binging hard. Great, insightful content. Thanks. Ah, that's nice. Just found you. Nice. Okay. Have they picked from Tampa yet?
No, I think they're going through an alphabetical order. I missed Arizona and Anaheim, though.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's the opening pick. Jeremy Lauzon's the opening pick. They're starting there.
Favorite monarch of Canada? Well, that's an odd question.
Willie the Greek, 1846.
See, I knew
so coming out of the War of 1812.
Stupid.
Willie, he won a beer drinking contest to become the monarch.
That does sound like a Canadian way to
I just heard from Michael. Good luck on tonight's show. Michael just texted me. My friend who shall not be named. Hi, Mike, if you're watching.
Okay. When does an organization and player know when they have been selected?
The players found out this morning. The organizations, the agents, they all found out this morning. This is how a lot of it leaked out. Because they found out, and there's nothing telling them they're not allowed to tell. So, I mean, if you're a reporter and you have sources in the team, it could be a GM, assistant GM, could be an agent, could be a player, all of them telling you.
And somebody named Mike on here said hi. Hello.
See? That's great. There's a lot of hi Jason. If there's Jasons watching,
You know there are.
hi Bill. And if you have small children, here, it's time for bed. The hockey guy told you it's time for there. Now you can record that and play it for your kids. The hockey guy says it's time for bed. Knock it off and go to bed.
Hello from Kelowna. It's gross and smoky here.
Oh, Kelowna is supposed to be bad.
I've heard really Kelowna's bad there. That would be really hard right now. We are lucky that we are on the other side of the mountain.
Yes.
So our air is still clean here, but
at some point the air is going to shift and we're going to be in the smoke too.
Will my Rangers get Giordano or Jack Eichel in a trade?
Hey, Will Borgen has been announced. What's that?
Giordano or Eichel in a trade. Rangers. Will the Rangers get Giordano or Eichel in a trade?
I mean, I've heard rumors about Giordano. We'll see. We'll see whether or not they actually do.
What if the Caps lost their first round in 2018 and lost in the
second round?
Okay, I'm trying to figure out that what I meant.
Oh, see, and that's the thing. Like, if they lose in the first round in 2018, then we're talking about Ovechkin as kind of being a failure on that level. It'd be more of a discussion of his legacy, which isn't entirely fair. But I don't think it would affect anything that's happening now with his contract negotiations.
Okay.
Seattle Aquarium. You been to the Seattle Aquarium?
I have, and it's a sad aquarium. It doesn't count as an aquarium.
Oh, Dennis Chalosky.
People that go there and say, "Oh, that's a nice aquarium," have never been to an actual aquarium. I mean, it's fun, but it's not an aquarium. Okay. What if especially they're on the water? It's a sad aquarium.
Okay, so that's the first one that I got incorrect was Dennis Chalosky so far. Will Borgen and Jeremy Lauzon have been revealed. That's the check marks.
Much love from New Zealand.
Much love to New Zealand.
Aww.
I would love to go to New Zealand.
I know
I know we're not allowed in New Zealand.
No, we don't get to go anywhere. Actually, aren't we allowed to go to Europe now?
Yes, we can go to France. They just can't come over here.
Okay, I know nobody gets to come to Canada.
But as of September 7th, that changes for the rest of the globe too.
Yeah, let's go to France. That sounds fun.
Do you want to go to France?
Yes. Yeah.
We could take the Channel and go to England too.
That would be fun. I don't want to go through the Channel though. That sounds terrifying.
Why not? The Channel would be awesome. That's supposed to be a fun ride.
I wouldn't want to drive myself. I'll ride a trolley or something. Okay. What could Detroit get for Bertuzzi? Does this set the team back more years from competing?
The problem with Bertuzzi is he missed most of the season injured. So I think the actual offers for Bertuzzi would probably be kind of low until he's 100% and he's coming back and playing. I would be very surprised if Detroit looks to move Bertuzzi because he's a unique player. I'm a huge fan of Bertuzzi's. I say just keep him. I honestly just keep him because he gives you that sandpaper you need.
Well, see, the Channel is super creepy, right? That would be. That would be.
Did you want to do the Malahat Skywalk?
No.
On the island?
Oh my gosh, no.
Wouldn't that be fun? You can bounce up and down like hundreds of feet in the air over top of
that,
and you can look down and you can see the ground hundreds of feet below.
Mesh? No.
Wouldn't that be great?
That looks terrible.
I would
New
bounce
channel
you so
Yvonne
high.
in Paris. Okay. Can do.
Wait, they only announced 3 and they go to commercial already?
They have
this
to
is going to take all day.
Do you remember when we had to watch that football one?
Oh,
that was the most
draft,
boring
though.
ever.
That was an entry draft. This is an expansion draft.
But you got to get the commercials in because, hey, everybody's watching.
But it's an expansion draft. This should take an hour.
It doesn't matter. People are watching. Do all the commercials. Okay. Do you think Seattle flips Giordano to Edmonton?
Edmonton's a division rival. You'd want to ask for more out of Edmonton. So I don't think so, although Edmonton desperately needs more depth on the blue line now.
Next live stream from Paris. Well, that's on Friday, so okay.
I don't know that I can get
ideas.
us a flight that quickly.
No.
And then that would ruin our meetup on Saturday. We have to be like, all right, guys, we've moved it to the Arc Triomphe. I don't know.
There's not space there.
There is if you come in with a hockey stick and some hockey balls. You don't
Just
have
be
to
on
peg.
Top of it.
You don't have to peg 4 or 5 tourists off to get it cleared out.
Okay. Montreal front office sweating nervously, hoping Price isn't picked.
Oh, it's not going to be Price. In fact, Ron Francis said that earlier too. He confirmed he's not taking Carey Price.
Okay, it skipped again. What's this one? My ultimate insult jersey, a Colorado, Quebec, Lindros number 88.
Apparently with Lindros, he wouldn't sign Quebec jerseys until the last few years. So what companies were doing where they were just sending him the number 8 on a blue, and then he would sign the number. They'd get the number back, and then they'd attach it to a jersey.
I believe it, yeah.
That was the only way to get his signature on a Quebec jersey.
Hello from Ontario. Love your unbiased hockey insight. Certainly better than Toronto media. By the way, what do you think about my name? LOL.
That could get taken a few different ways. That could absolutely get taken a few different ways.
That's kind of funny.
That is funny.
Okay.
I like that. That's good.
Got that.
You did. You got that.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's really skipping around, and
there's 6,200 people.
And I must say, though, people are being pretty good on here.
Thank you. Greatly appreciated.
It is really nice when people aren't jerks. So you should meet your mother at Disneyland after you go to Vegas. That's a good plan. I like this
I'd
plan.
love to go to Disneyland.
That would be great.
I would love to go to Disneyland. That should be the backup in case Vegas doesn't work.
At Christmas? No.
Why not?
That's when
Disneyland's dead at Christmas.
No,
nobody takes their kids to Disneyland.
The week of Christmas and New Year's is crazy. I would love to go beginning of December. I think that would be amazing. Okay. Much love from New Hampshire. Love the content. Do you think the Kraken will make a big splash in free agency with all of that cap space?
Yes. I would think they sign at least one big name in free agency.
It's being a pain. Best hockey YouTube channel. It's because...
Thank you. No. Just no.
They know what I'm talking about.
Yep, Drieger.
Toronto, check out the pool with the clear floor. Oh, I've seen that. That looks horrifying. I love pools, but I don't think I could do it.
Drieger's got the jersey on, too.
Me? Oh, do they have a Kraken jersey?
Drieger's got the jersey on.
I can't say. Stop showing the people. Oh, that's nice. I like the three different shades of blue. Yeah,
the light blue numbers too.
I like the 3 different shades of blue.
Yeah,
I think
that's going to be
really
fun.
nice.
So Drieger's there in the jersey.
Okay, got that
that's
one.
Fun. That's fun.
Got that one. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to. What will be your first Kraken player jersey? Oh, that'd be hard to guess right now, eh?
I don't know. I'd have to see which ones are still there in October because there's going to be players they pick now that don't last.
Shannon, please translate each pick for those of us that only speak French. La potato. Yeah, that's
translate them all into French.
No.
This is La Chris Drieger, La Will Borgen, La Jeremy Lauzon, La Dennis Cholowski.
Okay. Anyways, moving on. No
in
encouraging
Spanish, it's
Shannon.
L Chris Drieger.
No
L
encouraging this kind of behavior. Okay. Is Jake Bean gone? Love the channel. Keep up the great work from the jerks in North Carolina.
Apparently it's not Jake Bean that's leaving Carolina, so that's good news.
Nice to see your daughters helping. How old are you? That makes you
860
at least.
Okay, so Cale Fleury.
Shannon's
confirmed.
super old. So have you ever fallen off your treadmill? I've fallen off a treadmill. That hurt.
I haven't, no.
I have.
Not on this one. I try to think if I
my
fell
mom's
off
still
the old
on
one.
here. She thought it would be really funny to put it really, really fast.
It is really funny to put it really, really fast.
Didn't work out well.
Especially
How was meeting Bark Andre Furry? Oh, that was fun.
he's a good dog.
When are you going to do your entry draft video?
I did my mock draft yesterday. I did my top 15 mock draft yesterday.
Channel meetup or just a UK one someday? Oh, I wish.
That'd be
Thank
great.
you for keeping me so informed on what's happening. Appreciated somewhere hockey isn't
The trick with having a meetup over there would be hockey sticks in the UK.
That is tricky. See, we've talked
I'm
about
sure
that
they
before.
have
That'd be
them.
one of those that we might not be able to do a floor hockey meetup, which we've done before.
But I
When
can
we were
play
in
soccer.
California, we didn't do floor hockey.
So since I can play soccer, no problem. Done.
That's true. That would be really
Have a
fun.
soccer
wouldn't it?
meetup. Throw that on the entertainment guy.
Do
Really
you
throw
like
people off.
Vanacek?
Vanacek.
Okay.
Vanacek.
I know that name. Okay. I didn't know it was spelled that way.
Yeah.
In Seattle.
Yes, that's a good pick. There's some really good picks right now. Macklemore. Why is Macklemore announcing a pick? Macklemore.
Thank you for all you do.
Thank you for watching everything that I do. Otherwise, there's no point in me doing any of it.
Flames' second home preseason game is against Seattle. Does Fiala get signed, traded, or signed by a different team?
I think they'll sign Fiala. I think they're more worried about Kaprizov than Fiala. I think once the Kaprizov situation clears itself out, then they go ahead and they sign Fiala.
Why is the Jets fan wearing a Wild jersey?
Because she's a fan of both.
I do like more than one team. And have you seen this jersey? It's
So that's
beautiful.
Joey Decord.
And like Shannon, I have jerseys that are not my favorite teams. Unlike Shannon, there are teams that I do not have jerseys for, and I do not want jerseys for.
Not that I don't try to buy them for her.
He has offered to buy me so many Penguins, Islanders,
Flyers.
and Flyers jerseys. Pretty sure because he knows. No, because I don't want to meet
orange
it.
and more
I don't want
orange,
to wear that. So
gold, orange, yellow,
what's the
orange.
point? I am definitely not Shannon's daughter. If you've listened at all to what I've said during this live stream, that would be really creepy.
Well,
Ew. No.
and
that would make
proves it.
Shannon really old.
I'd have to be about
While
60.
he is really old,
Thanks.
he's not he's not that really old.
Okay, so Yanni Gord is confirmed to the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Why did
good
Nashville protect Gino over
Janot Yarncroke?
Yeah.
I guess they see a lot of upside with Janot and they wanted to get out from underneath some contracts. Maybe they didn't think Yarncroke would get picked, but it's an interesting one.
Greetings from Finland, longtime fan. Really hope you can come to Helsinki. Oh, that would be fun. And watch some
That'd be awesome.
Helsinki IFK games. Hope you don't get a migraine when trying to pronounce our last names. Oh my gosh, the names
They're
are
so fun.
awful.
Finnish
They
names are awesome.
So
I love Finnish names. I welcome the challenge. I welcome the challenge. Ever since Pekka Radicalio. That's what started it.
Landeskog goes to Seattle as a UFA? Not too many teams have the cap space.
They'll probably circle back on him, but I don't know that Landeskog ends up in Seattle. I'd kind of be surprised.
Will they let Pierre announce the pick from Ottawa, the team with the senator on it?
The pick was just announced by Macklemore, announced Joey Decord.
Has the hockey guy attended many live games during the Gretzky era?
I didn't attend any. No, I attended one during the Gretzky era, and that was Vancouver, Montreal. It wasn't even one that included Gretzky. My dad never took me to a hockey game other than that one. There was a game he had tickets for. He was going to take my mom, and then my mom backed out, and he gave away the tickets rather than take me. And I was like, well, I want to go. And he's like, well, it's in an owner's box kind of thing. I don't think you'd like it. And I'm like, I think I'd like it. And he just gave the tickets away. So that was nice.
Are any of your cats UFAs?
Jared McCann is proven to be the pick from Toronto.
My cats are meowing at your cat's meows.
Yeah, well, she needs to knock it off.
Support from Vancouver Island. Been around since 5,000 subs.
Thank
Who
you.
should the Penguins go after in net with Crosby and Malkin's window closing?
I like the one UFA that I really like right now is
Not
Mrazek.
right now, sweetie. Not right now. Like, we're kind of busy.
No.
That's very cool. You could show me later, though, okay? Oh my gosh, Shadow's attention. I might be at work, but that won't stop me from enjoying your guys' content. Never know when we'll get another expansion draft.
There won't be another. This is the end of the
That's
expansion
true.
drafts. The NHL's not going past 32. I did the video on what if, but they're not going past 32. Not for quite a while.
Will you be announcing any of the trades?
Yes. We'll see if any of them get announced here tonight or later on. Of course, I'll do videos if stuff comes out after this. But yeah, right now it's just announcing the picks, which seems to have sped up a little bit over this second instance. We'll see if this is done at an hour. It shouldn't take more than an hour, really.
I'm blocking the board. Sorry. That's what happens.
Why are you blocking the board?
Because
I'm putting check marks under the guys that are selected, and in purple are the ones I didn't have on my board yesterday. This is the same board I used yesterday.
I know you guys have to look at us. So
why are they?
Will we
taking all the
ever
picks out of
see
fish?
THG without a cap? There have been a couple pictures of Shannon without his hat on. He really does wear his hat a lot, though.
What's with all the dead fish that they're bringing out for
What?
the draft? Yeah,
What are they doing?
he's got a dead fish.
Ew, what? Oh, they're throwing it like they do out on the pier.
But they had a dead fish that they also pulled like a name out of in the last segment.
Well, the fish throwing, that's
Oh,
Seattle
see, yeah, they're gonna take a name out of that one. I'll bet you.
Oh, that's weird.
If this team struggles out of the gate, it's because of the dead fish on expansion day.
That is weird.
I think that's just it's symbolism that they don't need to associate with the organization.
Did Shannon tell you about the goal he scored? Which one? Yesterday?
Oh, I don't
He
have
was
to tell her because she saw it.
Pretty darn excited.
I announced my retirement as soon as it went in.
He did. Yeah,
I would like to officially retire from hockey. I'm done.
he did. Yeah. That's how it happened.
Yeah.
Atlanta third time is the charm. Wisconsin hockey team.
I can't see them going back to Atlanta again. It'd have to be some ridiculous circumstance to go back to Atlanta.
What's my natural hair color? This
Purple.
is my natural hair color. It's blonde.
Purple's
That's
our
why
natural
I don't
hair
have
color.
to bleach my hair. I just dye it purple, but my hair is blonde. You can't really tell with my hair up. It's it's blonde. It's not dark blonde. It's kind of lighter than it looks.
It's a dirty blonde.
I have always hated it called that.
That's why I always
It's
say it.
Stupid.
I always say it because you've been called.
Nah. What kind of tea? This tea is called Forever Nuts. It's an almond tea. It's actually really good. It's almond and cinnamon. Dead fish, very Soprano-esque. Way to go, Kraken.
Yeah, I don't know about pulling names out of dead fish. I think that's weird. That's a weird way to do it.
Please stand to the side so we can see the board. Thanks. See I've explained this in other words. If I stand over here, I cannot read. I already can barely read the questions.
I'll be going through it as we go along.
I am sorry that you guys have to look at us instead of the board, but I can barely read the chat as it is. My eyesight is not the best. That's why some of the names are really hard for me to read because I have to kind of guess what some of the letters are. So, sorry.
Come here.
Yeah, I don't. Dirty blonde is stupid.
Come on.
I am. What? You guys
problem?
are weird. Okay.
Come on. Over here.
All right. If Seattle Kraken don't use Liam Neeson as one of their celebrities,
Stinky,
they're not a very
stinky.
cool pop culture team. # release the Kraken.
I would be surprised if they don't use that footage on some level for their opening. They have to do like a big thematic opening like Vegas does with the Golden Knight. They have to do something about release the Kraken.
I know it's called Dirty Blonde. I just think it's a stupid name for color. Thank you. I don't
At least
need
you have
to be
a color.
corrected.
Mine's just going gray and
on
falling
it.
out. So
I think it's
least you have a color.
stupid name for color. It is yeah.
at least you have hair.
I'm blonde. How's that? When I was little, it was very, very light blonde. Can you please send out relocation vibes to get Louisville, Kentucky, a team? Use your hockey power, Shannon.
I wish I had those kinds of powers.
Mm-hmm. Think the Canucks made a mistake not protecting Lind?
No, because they acquired Dickinson. If Dallas had left Dickinson exposed in the draft, odds are he probably ends up being the guy who goes to Seattle. Jason Dickinson is elite defensively. I think Canuck fans are going to be very happy with him.
Yeah, see, you guys can look at the cats. You don't have to look at the board.
You got Shadow right
They
here.
can monitor. Man, you guys are demanding.
Shadow.
Ah.
Kitty.
Considering the Wild are losing Sosi and Suter. Susi, that's right. Do they keep Cole and sign a UFA or let Cole walk and sign 2 UFAs? Who are some names you think would fit well? Thank you, Shannon. Love the content.
I think they probably re-sign Cole. I think they'll sign 2 top 6 guys. I don't think they need a major star on the blue line. I was surprised that they bought out Suter. I really was, because they don't get a lot of cap savings. And we'll see what the plan is going forward. Guerin says he's got a plan, so we'll see what happens.
Seattle jerseys look sharp. Agreed. They look really nice.
Yes. I like the Seattle jerseys a lot. I think they're clean. I think people are going to warm to them. And the logo itself is a kind of an homage to the Metropolitans.
So I guess after they most likely take Bastian, the BMW, Bastian McLeod Wood line is no more.
Yeah, that line is done. Bastian, to me, I mean, it's an interesting pick. It's an interesting pick with Bastian. We'll see how he does in an expansion environment.
Does Detroit go after any big name players via free agency or trade?
I don't think they're in that market yet. I would think next year. I think this year is going to be another development year for them.
Will Ovi reach Gretzky?
If he keeps playing. Morgan Geekie is officially the pick from Carolina.
I skipped right when I was going to read it. Any guesses on where Tarasenko ends up? Since I don't think Seattle ends up taking him over Dunn. Also, do trades unfreeze now, or is it later?
Tarasenko, I don't know who's got $7.5 million in cap that they want to spend on Tarasenko. I think a lot of it's his name. He had 4 goals last year. He didn't look great. One other thing I heard brought up today was his potential character side of things, where he wasn't very happy over not being named in the captain process. And there may be some reasons teams keep away from him, so we'll see. So Gavin Bayreuther is confirmed as the pick out of Columbus.
Remember the memoirs of old Going Gray and Falling Out. Jones, hockey coach. He didn't win many games. Let Shadow read some. He's kind of lazy, so... What was the thinking behind Toronto acquiring McCann?
They knew that they were likely going to lose Kerfoot, so by acquiring McCann, they can only lose one or the other. So losing McCann and spending a 7th-round pick and a prospect to keep Kerfoot, they felt was worth it.
Is Shannon a good goalie? Shannon doesn't play
I don't play goal. I haven't played goal since I was a teenager.
I have never seen him in that.
No, goalies to me are a different breed. They're willing to have guys slap the ball or the puck at them as hard as possible.
True.
I'm not a huge fan.
No.
It hurts. So yeah.
Any guesses on where Tarasenko ends up? Since I don't think Seattle ends up taking him over Dunn. Also, do trades unfreeze now, or is it later? Did I read that one?
Yep. The trades unfreeze tomorrow morning at, I think it's 10 a.m. Eastern, or 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern.
Kraken going after it. Totally skipped.
And Bastian has been
find
confirmed.
It again. Oh my goodness. Kraken going after Landeskog in free agency. I'm calling it now.
It's possible.
Does Seattle end my hope for Portland getting a team? Maybe a Portland AHL team. Love from Oregon. And a new Kraken fan.
Probably. I would think it'd be a tough sell. But if a team was to be in trouble and they were moving, Portland would be a good location. AHL team, absolutely.
Okay. How many of these picks made it to the opening day roster for Seattle? Do any, or how many of the picks make it to the opening day roster for Seattle? How many of these guys are they going to keep?
Probably going to be about half. Like, they've got way too many NHL level defensemen. It'll probably be about half of them.
Hope they don't take elite Victor Rask. Would be such a shame if Seattle took him. Anyone who takes the elite Victor Rask is immediate contender.
Rask isn't the one that's going.
This stream is sponsored by Raid Shadows Legend. What?
No, I do not have a deal with Raid Shadow Legends. And the last time that I talked on a live stream about NordVPN, I got an email from them almost immediately. asking, "Oh, hey, we,"
Oh my gosh, we get emails from them.
and it's like, no.
All the time.
Oh, there's the white jersey, Yvonne. Yvonne, did you see the white one?
No, I can't see anything. Oh. Huh. How cool would it be if they just did it that light blue color instead of white?
Oh, I know.
That would be so much nicer.
So Jordan Eberle's on wearing the white version of the Seattle jersey.
Are they announcing side deals tonight, like in 2017?
I haven't heard any yet. So, I mean, I'll be doing a review when this is all done. After this live stream, we'll be doing a review. But, yeah, I haven't seen anything yet.
Greetings from Ontario. Just wanted to say thank you for your content. Keep up the good work for us.
Greetings right back to Ontario. And no problem. And we'll see you again in 48 hours when the entry draft starts.
Okay. Skipping again. Do you think Seattle could pull a Vegas?
It'll be different. I don't think the team they're putting together is going to have the same amount of razzle dazzle as Vegas, but I think they're putting together a hardworking team. Francis talked a lot about having the character guys. I think they're going to be tough.
Okay.
Oh, there's a Seattle t-shirt.
Yeah, I saw a few people wearing different Kraken shirts.
I haven't seen that light green Seattle shirt.
Which
I wouldn't mind having that. The guy who's up at the podium now.
Oh.
With the secondary on the front.
Oh, the secondary.
Not green, no.
No, we did look at a bunch of different Kraken shirts. Okay, hold on. Batman's favorite team?
Depends on the day, and it depends who's winning.
I've been told it's not any Canadian teams, so because he apparently hates Canada. That's what the internet tells me all the time.
Yes.
Does Pavelski re-sign in Dallas next season?
I don't know. I don't know how much he's going to be looking for, and I don't know what his production is going to look like this year. He had a great year last year. I don't know that he can follow that up.
Who do you think becomes Seattle's number 1 and number 2
center?
Or center?
Yanni Gord probably ends up being a top 2 center. I don't know that they have their number 1 on this roster. I have a feeling that they're going to be going out this summer looking for a number 1 center.
The Seattle logo is huge. Have you guys seen jerseys lately? I'm pretty sure the
logos keep getting bigger. They absolutely
bigger.
do. I've done videos
on
that.
I prefer women's jerseys. Otherwise, they're like this.
I've done videos comparing the CCM jerseys we used to get back in the 90s and the jerseys you get now, and the logos are ridiculous compared to what they used to be.
And since they don't bend,
yeah,
they're like, they're
Colin Blackwell is confirmed from the Rangers. There's rumors that he gets traded back to the Rangers tomorrow.
Are half of the celebrities women, and will there be proper distribution of many diverse celebs reporting Seattle's picks?
There already has been.
Okay.
There already has
what's
been.
going on at all. Did this already happen and they're just announcing it, or is every unprotected player there right now?
No, players knew this morning, and there were certain players that I think were told days ago and flown in. Like Everly and Drieger, they were flown in.
I'm a goalie, and Shannon's correct. We're weird for sure.
It takes a special breed to go, I want to be the one that has the puck shot at my face.
But sometimes it's the players that want to be able to play the whole game, not just having to take turns.
I mean, there are some defensemen as well that I think are crazy.
I could see being a goalie being really fun. I'm not big enough to be a goalie.
That's cool that they're right down on the waterfront to do the draft. I think that's right down at not the fish market,
by the pier.
Yeah,
Pike Street is fish market, but somewhere down on the pier, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I already read
asked that.
Yes, I already read that one. It really is skipping around.
Well, it's probably your fault somehow.
A bold move picking a Carolina Panthers NFL player.
That wouldn't surprise me these days. It really wouldn't.
Oh,
Tworinsky.
I wouldn't have guessed
from
that.
Philly. Yeah.
Definite side deal there.
I haven't heard anything announced yet, though. I mean, maybe they're announcing things I haven't heard, but I haven't heard anything yet about a side deal, so we'll see.
Okay.
Again, they're trying to make sure they don't take on cap.
Shannon, please, for your next video, please do Why I Already Hate the Kraken. Still say when people start calling them the Crack, their mascot, will be bent over plumber. There's already so many just jokes.
They could have Cracky the Kraken as their mascot.
Crackheads and the Crack House. Yeah.
Cracky could just be like just a guy with like a bunch of tentacles
really
stuck
fun.
to his head.
And they can do so much fun.
I think Cracky the Kraken would work.
That whole
just
thing.
a bunch of tentacles on his head. Big fake eyeballs that pop out.
Right out. Okay, great streams always.
I don't know how that makes a great stream, but okay.
You guys have to watch all of this.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
And you're welcome, Steve Dangle, for making you look very, very businesslike in comparison. Because, yeah, Cracky the Kraken, I don't think that's... But I think...
You're taking up more than your portion.
I should design
space.
brand new mascots. Do a video on brand new mascots for every team.
I can't wait to visit the Crack House someday. See, yeah, that's all the jokes. Isn't the Seattle team on paper better than Vegas?
The team that Seattle's put together out of the expansion draft, these 30 picks, for me, are better than what Vegas took with their 30 picks. But we don't know the trades yet. We don't know what else is going to happen over the next couple of days. We'll see. But for an expansion roster with the 30 picks, I like what Seattle's done better. There were reasons Vegas didn't take the best players available, and we'll see whether or not that's the case with Seattle. And we'll see how they fill out the rest of the roster. Vegas had a fantastic run putting together that rest of that roster.
The cat's favorite TV show.
Squirrels.
TV and
anything
squirrels.
With squirrels.
Yeah, it depends on which
Squirrels.
cat. Bear likes
Barrett's
squirrels.
all squirrels.
Pixel likes birds.
Shadow doesn't seem to really care.
Nah.
He'll watch any of the cat TV stuff for a few minutes and then he gets bored.
Labor Day is when elk season starts. I don't know what that means.
Maybe Edmonton.
I wasn't sure
Edmonton
if he's talking about football or hunting.
Yeah.
So
because I know it's a shortened season for the CFL.
Lisa, tell Yvonne to move to the left. I can't see the board. What, Dave? I can't. What are you saying? He's just causing trouble. Okay. Do you have a Toledo Gold Diggers or a Walleye jersey?
Don't I have a Toledo Walleye?
I was just going to say, don't you
familiar.
have the Walleye? I don't think you have the Gold Diggers.
No, I don't have a Gold
Digger.
Digger.
Don't you have a Walleye?
Because if I had a Gold Digger jersey, I'd be singing Kanye and I'd be wearing it all the time. You know that I'm not saying she's a gold digger? Oh, man. How do you not know that song?
What was his name?
Kanye.
How would I know any Kanye
How do you
songs?
not know every Kanye song? They're everywhere.
How would I know any Kanye songs? Does that even sound like something that I would ever listen to?
You should know all the Kanye songs.
I know.
How are we married?
I can honestly say, if I heard a Kanye song, I would have no idea who was singing it. Does he sing? Or is it like rap? Or is he chanting?
It's kind of a...
Okay, anyways.
I don't know how to describe it.
I'm
weird.
Uncultured. Just because I don't listen to certain crappy music.
Hey.
Doesn't make me uncultured. It makes me have musical standards.
Hey. You be nice.
Okay. Don't encourage him. Oh, my mom says, "Oh, happy anniversary." You're late.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you for wishing us a happy anniversary.
Yeah.
I got Yvonne beautiful jewelry for our anniversary.
Oh, my gosh.
It was fantastic.
Okay. So, you guys want to know the truth? Neither of us pay attention to, well, first off, the date or when our anniversary is. Luckily, our phones tell us when our anniversary is. So, it reminded us. Shannon happened to have bought me a necklace. Actually, I'm wearing it right now. Okay. There. You see? It's a pretty little opal necklace.
So it came in on the day of
It just happened to get here on our anniversary. And at first he just hands it to me. He goes, wait. Happy anniversary. So that's how much we pay attention to that. I was just laughing so hard, though, because that was funny. He's like, I got it for you.
Cami Granado's announcing the pick from Pittsburgh. We'll see whether or not it's Brandon Tanev. That was the rumor. So Carson Twerensky is the pick from Philly.
Where is Lily Bell? She's upstairs.
She's always upstairs. She doesn't really come down here.
She really doesn't like to come down here.
Bear doesn't go upstairs. Lily Bell doesn't come downstairs. That's kind of the
totally
the
with you
line.
on the musical standards, Yvonne. I don't waste my time on crappy music. And
Yes, you do.
That would be...
Sure you do.
I do not.
Yeah, no. I would say some
now.
of the stuff that you listen to is definitely not fantastic.
My
music's all fantastic.
No, I think some of these people know that is not correct. This chat is being over-modded. No such thing.
No.
Our mods are awesome.
We made some more mods before this live stream.
I might have added like 10 more mods. So for this week, yes. Football or hunting, column A and column B. Yeah,
Football's great. And I will play football in the snow. But that's the only time I'll play football.
Not listening to rap equals uncultured. Well, fine then. Guess I'm uncultured.
You listen to some rap? You listen to Hollywood Undead?
I only like a couple of their songs.
Well, that's crazy because they have great albums. And you like Cypress Hill?
Not really. What?
Oh,
No.
Brandon Tanev's out there in a Seattle jersey.
Pens losing. Tanev's going to hurt many times last season. He seemed to be the only one playing with any passion. He had the most hits on the team.
Does Brandon Tanev get a new mugshot now? Because he needs a new mugshot. Did he get picked by Seattle? Did he go to Pittsburgh and say, look, I can't get a new picture, a new headshot until I'm on a new team. You guys have got to let me go because I need a new mugshot. I can't let that picture. And could it be more embarrassing? Will it be like the back of his head because he's not paying attention? He's not ready yet?
Please stand closer to the camera. We can still see the board a little bit. Can do.
Oh, that's nice that they got Brandon Tanev there. So Tanev is there. Maybe I should make a note of the guys that are actually there. Let's see.
Hey, it's not there.
What's not there?
I don't know. Whatever you're looking for. That's not high.
Okay. Yeah, see, look at the picture. Have you seen that headshot? He's talking about his headshot.
He looks like this.
He is talking about his headshot.
That's so funny. Come to Vegas? I would love to, but the border is closed. I wish we could. That would be awesome. We do usually go the first or the second week of August, but the border is closed. Why do I get a feeling this feels lackluster, or is it the picks we've expected to come in?
I think it's the fact that there was some spoilage to this, but still, it's nice to see them in Seattle gear. It's nice to see them there and saying all the right things. It feels very much like it did in Vegas, just a lot less explosions and a lot less, I don't know, just the way that Vegas does things. It's all flashy and sparkly. This is more of a Seattle that's down by the water and there's some dead fish. So, you get all the fireworks in Vegas and you get dead fish in Seattle. Hopefully Seattle doesn't have a bad first season or else the dead fish thing isn't going to look great.
I cannot like music and doesn't mean I'm ignorant, but thank you. Nah.
If it makes anybody feel better, I was singing along with rock music in the van yesterday.
He was.
Songs that she
knew, like,
she didn't
all
know.
the words to these songs that I've never heard of.
Yeah.
I don't.
And then we were coming home the
What
other
kind
day.
of music do I usually listen to? Metal.
We were coming home the other day and I put on California Love and I was singing along with that. That's a great song. All right, they're back to commercial.
Josh is on here. Guess what he's talking about? Guess what Josh is talking about on live stream?
13. Taylor Swift being overrated.
Oh.
Is that what he's talking about? He's always talking about that. I think he's kind of mean to her, to be honest.
Nah.
She's not that bad.
You guys are funny. Okay.
She's not Alanis Morissette good, but still, she's not that bad.
Okay. I've heard that 2023 has a better draft class than 2022. Do you agree with that?
Oh, it's too far out to say with 2023. Next year's draft class will be better than this one. Definitely better scouted. 2023 is supposed to be excellent, but again, 2 years out, it is really hard to say. We've seen guys who are really highly touted 2 years out, and then by the time you get to the draft, and they're just not that. Like this year, you've got Ratu as an example. Sean Day comes to mind as somebody who was very highly touted, and then it just doesn't turn out. So 2022 is supposed to be excellent. We'll just go that far.
Will we go to a Seattle game?
That's the plan. Borders got open first, but yes, that's the plan.
Borders don't stop people from entering the U.S.
They do.
Certainly do.
They turn you back.
Yeah.
They turn you back.
If you try and cross,
like the land crossing right now,
there's not the crossing. They will still stop you. Even us living on the northern border, where there's not. Well, they did make a little fence in a spot. We have lots of unprotected border. They will still stop you.
Yeah,
we see them patrol it.
Yeah.
All the time.
It's
they're
all
in their
electronically
trucks,
monitored.
or they're in their four-wheelers, and they wear their big old bulletproof vests, and they have huge old guns.
Yes.
They do too stop you.
Yeah.
You cannot just cross the border.
No.
Borders don't work like that. So
you can try, but I'd rather not.
They monitor it very well, even here in the middle of berry fields. I'm curious with the picks that they made. Do you think we might get a surprise how Vegas was with deep runs?
I think they're going to do very well. I do. I think it's going to go very well.
This draft is kind of fishy. Will Cthulhu be their mascot?
Something
That'd
like
be
that.
funny.
Something like that. Well, they'll have something of that nature, but they'll probably have like a Davy Jones actual mascot type. So we'll see what they do.
Yvonne, was Shannon the goalie in the video you posted of Adelaide? No, Shannon's never goalie.
I'd have to put somebody else's gear on.
No, it was a goaltender for a floor hockey game we did. Really nice guy. He was really good too. He made some crazy.
He was, considering
saves.
that was his first game in 16 months.
And
then he was gassed, and he didn't want to tell the guys he was gassed. And
I know, he kept playing. He played 6 games. He was a really good goalie, and he was a very nice guy. And Adelaide waited through 6 road hockey games till she could play, and he told her that he would stay out there a bit for her to play. So that's what that was. It was just a goaltender at floor hockey meet. Very nice guy. Canadian Border Customs workers starting strike.
Yeah, I saw that. That's I think next Friday. It's either this. It's coming up over the next week and a half that there's a strike on the way. So that's fun. I'm just glad I don't order much stuff from the U.S. anymore.
What are they doing? What are who doing? Have the trades been announced, or will that be at the end?
It looks like that'll be either at the end, or they'll start talking about them tomorrow.
Somebody says to tell you to check Yahoo Sports.
I'm on The Athletic. The Athletic has everything on it. And since there's a paid subscription, I might as well use that.
Shannon, is there going to be goalies on Saturday? Hope so.
I would think. I mean, we bring goalie gear.
We'll bring one set of goalie gear
if somebody
wants to play.
And then
net.
We would have to have at least one other guy who's coming to play net.
We're hoping. Nobody's messaged us saying that they'll come bring in goalie gear, but I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that we've had a road hockey that we haven't had.
There's usually two regulars we can count on that should be there.
I don't know. It's been so long, so we'll see. Have there been any trades? We do have goalie gear, yeah. We have one set. We'll bring our one set that we have. Oh, somebody says I'll be goalie. They live in Walnut Grove. Yeah, if anybody wants to bring goalie pads, that would be awesome. We do generally have at least a couple. We've had a few games where 3 guys have showed up, which is nice because then people can switch out.
I'm hoping that we have at like a three teams. We may end up needing 4, but I'm hoping for 3.
On Saturday we're doing just a road hockey meetup.
Yeah.
in
Road
Coquitlam.
hockey at Hickey Park.
Yeah. The info's all on the Facebook page. That's where we always put our meetups.
Posted
'Cause
on
we
the
can make an
community
event.
page on YouTube as well. We posted it there.
New Olympic sport, floor hockey.
Oh, Gary Payton and Sean Kemp are making the next pick. So Tyler Pitlick is confirmed. I haven't put others up that we know are pretty confirmed. The Athletics got all 30 players on there. So apparently everything that we weren't sure about, we're now pretty sure about.
Okay.
Gary Payton looks like he could still play. Yeah, Gary Payton's in fantastic shape. Good for him.
Has your face healed after the Ric Flair dream punch?
Cyrus would be the only one that knows that because I recorded that in a video that I sent for him. Remember it was Cyrus that remember the video?
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I had a dream that Ric Flair punched me in the face and I thought it was awesome.
Yeah. He woke up all happy.
Yeah. I was very happy that Ric Yeah. I have dreams that I'm a professional wrestler or that I run my own company. And
Shannon has the weirdest dreams. He really does.
Yeah.
Does Seattle offer sheet anyone? They have cap space.
They may. It's possible that they may. I don't know how much Ron Francis would want to tick other GMs off right out of the gate, though. If they offer sheet anybody, here's a spicy one. What if they offer sheeted Pedersen out of Vancouver or Quinn Hughes, and they injure the team that's a couple hour drive away from them? That would definitely ruffle some feathers in Vancouver. Yeah, Gary Payton looks fantastic.
Patrick Laine to Seattle.
Well, see, Laine apparently is taking his qualifying offer of $7.5 million. I can't see anybody taking that off their hands right now.
I heard a rumor they picked Giordano and flip him to New York for Ryan Strome. Thoughts? Big fan from UK here. Awake at 2 a.m. to watch your stream.
2 a.m. is late. I've heard that rumor as well. At this point, it is still just a rumor. We'll see.
Why would the Rangers need Giordano?
That was one thing I was wondering is where does that fit on their blue line? But maybe there's another move coming as well. So John Quenneville is the pick for the Blackhawks. Now, what's interesting is that was broken by Steve Dangle. He was the first one that I saw talk about John Quenneville being the pick from Chicago.
Are there being side deals announced?
If there are, they haven't announced anything yet. So Giannis Donskoy has been confirmed from Colorado. So there's another one confirmed.
Have you seen Dave Krieg make a pick?
No.
Oh, here's one. Super new hockey fan from Seattle. What's an offer sheet?
Offer sheet? Offer sheet means that it's a restricted free agent. And you've got... Yeah, because I'm being noisy. I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm sorry, sweetie. But an offer sheet would mean that there's a restricted free agent. I can sign him to an offer for a certain amount. That team has 7 days to match that deal, or we give them the proper compensation for it. What's his problem?
Will there be another limited edition jersey like the reverse retro?
No. And today, Cool Hockey put the remaining stock they have on sale for 20% off because some of them just didn't sell. Winnipeg didn't sell. Dallas didn't sell. Toronto didn't sell. Some of them just didn't sell the way that they'd wanted to. And I haven't heard anything about another set of jerseys where every team gets one.
This is Pickle. Adelaide decided to just bring him in. What?
Okay, so it is Jamie Alexiak from Dallas. That's confirmed.
That's my mom causing trouble. She's not being mean. She just thinks she's funny.
Yeah, Alexiak's there.
Nobody banned my mom again. It's really hard to find her last time to unban her. Yeah, this is Pickle. Adelaide decided to bring him in really quick.
I'm keeping track of the players that are there because the guys who are there and they're jerseyed up, I can't see them being flipped somewhere else. So you have Drieger, Tanev, Alexiak, Eberle are the 4 so far that have been there in Seattle jerseys and interviewed.
American here, relocating to Vancouver next month. What are some good hockey bars you can recommend, Shannon? Ideally friendly to Wings fans.
Almost any Boston pizza works.
We don't go to bars.
No.
Ever?
No.
Like ever? So we're not the best people to ask about that.
Pubs. Find us in the odd pub here. But if you want to watch hockey, every pub between here and Vancouver.
And most places are really accepting of any fan base. I mean, if you're a Boston fan, depends on how drunk people are. But yeah, I know there's quite a few hockey bars, but we don't go to bars, so we are not the people to ask about that. Yeah. Does Price get traded to Seattle tomorrow?
No. If they were going to take Price, they just would have taken him. Montreal doesn't want to lose him. They're very happy with Price and Allen as their goaltenders.
Yeah, Boston Pizza is a nice place for a start. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Boston Pizza. I'm trying to think of like almost any pub.
Well, there's so many places.
There's a lot of English pubs around here.
So many
that absolutely are good for watching hockey games at.
When are we coming back to Vegas? We have reservations. We can't take the other bunny right now, sweetie. In a little bit, can you come take Pickle though? We do have reservations for Christmas. We'll see if that happens, but that is the plan right now, is being there that week of leading up to
Carson
Christmas.
Soucy is confirmed. Oh, not the red one.
Now my Fanatics Pens Tanev jersey is now dated. Wonder what the mindset is letting Pittsburgh go to Seattle.
I mean, there's the contract side of it. Yeah, Tanev's going to fit in really well in Seattle. I think it's going to be a good. I really like Brandon Tanev. I'm liking the team that they're putting together in Seattle already. But yeah, Carson Soucy picked up from Minnesota. That's a good pick. I thought it would be Kakinen as well, but
no. He's comfy. He fell asleep.
And then he's like, I'm not.
Bunnies
asleep.
keep their eyes open when they're sleeping. But you can tell when they stop moving their noses, they're asleep. And bunnies are one of those animals. When you lay them back on their back, they fall asleep really quick. He's asleep. So I know I've taken pictures of them like this before when Adelaide's held him, but it looks disturbing. So I don't generally post those pictures. It looks bad, but
that's sleeping. How they sleep.
Yep. Oh, I have a snag.
That's the problem with the Reeboks.
No.
Reeboks snag like crazy.
Somebody wanting to know if there's been trades.
Nothing announced yet.
Why the wild jersey? Because it's beautiful. I mean, why not this jersey, right? And I think there's a fly in here. What in the world?
I don't know.
I haven't seen a fly in forever. I haven't got to wear a jersey since.
It's been a while.
Forever.
It's been a while.
So I decided to wear this one because it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Hi, guys. Been watching for a year or so now. Great channel. Sending love from Moose Factory, Ontario, home of Jonathan Chichu.
Great name for a town and great name for a player.
Why do bunnies constantly move their noses? Because their sense of smell is very strong, and they are prey animals, so they're always checking their surroundings.
They're always alert.
Yeah, by smell and by sound.
Like they talk about cats and cat naps.
They also move their
bunnies
heads
are like
a lot.
that too.
They're always moving their heads when
no matter
because they're prey.
If I go outside in the backyard and they're asleep, if they hear me walking, they're awake immediately.
They are very on quick. Their feet.
Yeah, they're very quick.
They're so cute. Shannon, please send an email to Mr. Bluger in Pittsburgh to inform him of your jersey and alert him that he will be moving on from Pittsburgh.
That was my fear. That was my fear. As soon as all this was going on, I was like, wait, because there was rumors of who was going to get protected. I'm like, wait, they're not going to protect Bluger? Bluger would have been gone. Like, there's no chance. Between Tanev and Bluger would have been gone. So, yeah, I'm glad that he's still there because I wouldn't want to jinx him.
Where are the kitties? Well, I heard Bear meowing a second ago.
Yeah, she's still miserable. She's down here pouting in the corner.
Shadow's probably picking on Lily Bell.
Yeah, he was
Could be
sleeping, but now
eating
he's up.
or pestering the girls.
Yeah, he's probably
Bears
upstairs
being
pestering the other cats.
obnoxious, and Lilybell and Pixel are probably sleeping.
True.
If stupidity should be a 2-minute penalty, then I should get 10 minutes and a game misconduct. I tell Shannon sometimes that it's 5 minutes. Yeah.
I still think it should be 2 minutes for a guy waving his hands like this at the referee. And if a guy goes like this on the ice to the referee before a call's made, referee's hand should go up. I'm giving you 2 minutes for what you just did. I don't know what you did, but you're acting really guilty, so you're going to the box. You do that with kids. Why not do it with I don't know what you did, but you did something.
I know it was you.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to wear any jersey of Shannon's collection? He offers to let me wear his jerseys all the time. I don't like to wear his jerseys.
Do you want to wear the Flyers?
Huge.
Do you want to wear the Flyers? I got a lot of Flyers jerseys if you want to borrow them.
If you guys see how big most of the jerseys are on him, they're really big on me. I don't like wearing the huge...
I generally wear a 46. The ones with the first year ones I have to get a 50 because the logos are a lot smaller.
For me, I wear a 42 or I wear the women's small. So
I have a couple of 44s. The 44s are comfortable.
They fit you nicely.
But I like the 46s better.
So I don't prefer to wear Shannon's jerseys.
I can wear a 42.
Our anniversary or wedding picture.
But I'm too self-conscious to wear a 42. I prefer a 46.
Hey guys, love the channel. Quick question. What are the Wild going to do with almost $30 million in cap space?
Hopefully a lot of that gets eaten up by Kaprizov, because if it doesn't, the cap space may not matter. Pitchforks are coming out for Bill Guerin if he loses Kaprizov. All that cap space is great. I would say if they could get Dougie Hamilton, that would be fantastic. I think their forward group's okay. Now they haven't lost Kakkonen. I would say this should be all in for Hamilton.
He will do videos on all of this later. After we do the live stream, there will be videos just so people don't have to go back and listen to us jabbering on forever.
All that jibber jabber.
Shannon wears jerseys better than Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith has fun jerseys, though.
Kevin Smith has custom-made jerseys just for him.
He does. He has some fun
and
ones.
He is kind of a hero of mine. So he wears jorts like nobody's business. I can't wear jorts like that. He can. So, kudos to him for the jorts.
Eichel to Rangers.
I'm just going to keep the rumor going that I think Eichel's going to Seattle, just because I think that would make some people... Just the idea that if Seattle was better than Buffalo and had Eichel as the number one center in their first year, yeah.
We are in BC, Canada.
Always.
That is true, especially right now.
Yes.
We're always...
Nowhere to go.
Here.
Nowhere to go.
All the time. Okay. 5-1 odds. Detroit takes one of the bad contracts off of Tampa Bay hands.
I would think that if Palat is available, I would think Yzerman would make that phone call.
Shannon's afraid to show off the calves. I know he doesn't wear the jorts because people would see those calves and they're nice.
Mike was surprised at my running last night. So
good job. He did good job.
I was keeping up with people half my age.
Are you two U.S. citizens though? I am, because I was born there to Canadian.
I've never even lived in the States.
Shannon, no.
Nope.
What do you think about the Rangers captain situation? Do they need one to win a cup? Who could it be?
I don't think you need a captain to win a cup. I think Vegas proved that in 2017, 2018. But you need to have proper leadership. And having that proper leadership I think is more important than having that C on the front of your jersey.
Your calves are too hot for YouTube. Yeah, they are.
I always make sure that she understands when my view counts are really high that I kept my pants on.
We do make that joke.
I always say I got so many views yesterday, but I swear I kept my clothes on the whole time.
That's our sense of humor. Who wins a cup sooner, Canucks, Sabres, or Sharks?
No. I'll say Sharks. I'll say Sharks.
Oh, so sweet.
Because there's over 100 years combined between Buffalo and Vancouver of frustration. I'll say Sharks of the three.
Yeah, I've been in lockdown since March last year. Yeah, we totally get it. We haven't ever been in lockdown, but
nope.
We have definitely been in our house
Way
for
too
a
much.
year and a half. It's a really good thing that I like him too. It's nice.
It's fun to be able to get out.
These nice calves. Uh-huh. The bunny's too cute. I know, right?
He really is.
He's adorable.
He's a sweetheart. Of the two bunny rabbits, he is the more sociable. He is the easier to handle.
He's so sweet. And he comes
when
to
they
us.
got out the other day.
You done sleeping?
When they got out a week ago, he stayed.
Us.
He stayed in the yard, and I went and picked him up. And I was like, "What are you doing out here?" Hi.
Did you bring me food?
His sister went and hid, and it took us 20 minutes to get her. It was tough. So Yarn Croak is confirmed from Nashville.
Do you think there's any truth to the William Eklund going number 1 to the Sabres?
They're at least thinking about it. Buffalo's at least thinking about it. They feel like they need a forward more than they need a defenseman.
Okay. Can we get a calf check? I have posted a few pictures, not just of his calves. That'd be really weird. But of
what are you doing while I'm asleep?
That'd be so weird. No, but sometimes you're wearing shorts and there's pictures of you and there's generally a comment.
I considered it yesterday.
His legs are massive.
I considered it yesterday, but I didn't.
My friend found one of your videos. You were talking about Tom Brady having no Stanley Cups, which I thought was funny. What video is that? Oh, isn't that your favorite?
That's my Stanley Cup winners for the next 40 years.
Is that it, or was that the video?
Yeah.
He also has one of the teams that he hates.
Oh, yes, the teams that I
one?
hate. That might be in there too.
Yeah.
I can't carry you much though.
Text in here, you both rock. Listening to some big wreck and wondering if Harley earns a spot in Big D this season.
Yes, he should. Now that Alexiak's out, there's that spot on the roster. He should. Okay, so Vince Dunn is the pick out of St. Louis. That is confirmed.
Why are we talking about Shannon's calves? Because they're amazing.
Don't.
How many animals do we have? Do
6.
Children count?
We have 6. We have 2 bunnies and 4 cats.
And 2 teenagers. So I'm pretty sure they count in that number as well. Where did the bunnies come from? Well,
their mom.
When a mommy bunny and a daddy bunny love each other very much. Would Seattle making a deep run or winning it all be good or bad for the NHL overall?
It'd be good for the NHL, but everybody would have a meltdown. If Seattle goes on a run this year, if they make the playoffs, they'll be complaining. But if they get into even, say, the second round or further, there will be a lot of complaining and a lot of rigged comments after that.
Definitely.
Oh, Mason Appleton's confirmed. Sorry, Yvonne. You lose Appleton.
I know. I saw that earlier, and I was like, oh,
yep,
but I like
that's confirmed.
him.
Appleton's gone. I like Appleton a lot, too.
I did. I liked him.
A lot of potential.
Who gets picked out of Vegas? Also, calling Eichel to Minnesota tomorrow. Kaprizov wants a top center to sign long term.
Well, Vegas is exempt. And the funny thing is that people complain about it, but I don't think if Vegas was part of this expansion draft, I don't think they would lose anybody of major consequence. Like, obviously, there'd be the potential of Fleury being taken by Seattle. I don't know that Seattle would want that contract, though. So there'd be a lot of complaining about Fleury being left unprotected, but I don't think Seattle would have taken him.
THG rules school. Did I miss a super chat? Okay, give me a moment and I will try and look for it. We just have one black cat. We do have the cat's Instagram is THG cats
_cats.
And there are, of course, a bunch of bunny photos on it as well. But, yeah, we do have that in it so you can see a lot of kitties. Because who doesn't need more kitty pictures on Instagram? Yes. Okay, nope, there's that one.
Who's wearing a jersey now?
Nope, I read that one. I'm looking for it. I'm looking.
Hayden Fleury is there in a jersey. It
won't let me scroll up any further. If any of the mods see the super chat that I missed, let me know. We do not have dogs because we have 4 cats, 2 rabbits, and 3 children. So
Yeah, that wouldn't go well.
that would not.
Our neighbor has a dog though, and she's kind of friendly with us, so I can go over and pet their dog. Their dog comes over to the fence and even leans into the fence like you can pet me.
Really wants to play with the bunnies.
Yes. Yeah, it's really funny.
Sweetie, can you put Dandelion down and come get Pickle, please? Okay. Would you be upset if Tampa three-peats?
No. I think dynasties are good. I think that it creates kind of a villain in the hockey world and in sports in general, and I think it's better for ratings. I think, as fans, we're like, who can knock them off? It wouldn't bother me. I've seen a three-peat before. Didn't upset me back then either.
Who would you trade on the Leafs roster, and why is it Mitch Marner?
I wouldn't trade Mitch Marner. Marner's taken a lot of heat. And while Marner didn't produce goals and his production was down, I was not most disappointed in Marner in that series collapse against Montreal. I think it was a collective failure by Toronto. And I think Marner's taking way more flack than he should.
Thoughts on a Winter Classic on Long Pond at the Dill Farm in Nova Scotia? Okay,
a Winter Classic in Canada would be huge.
Pickle. Bye, Pickle.
He's such a sweetie. Be careful. Hold on to him.
Yep, get his bum.
Okay, off you go. Because he will try to jump out.
Yeah.
He does.
We both do really like dogs.
Yes.
That would be very difficult for us, and it wouldn't be fair to a dog.
No.
So no dog, as cute as they are.
Yes.
Got that one. What happens to Tarasenko in St. Louis?
They'll trade him. There's lots of trade rumors out there. Those trade rumors start up again tomorrow.
Yvonne, you could trade Shannon for a dog and a first-round pick and a bunny to be named later. The bunny's name would be Waffles.
You said that before we got these two, and you didn't name either of them Waffles.
I know, because Adelaide kind of picked them.
Uh-huh.
I helped give some suggestions. She totally picked Dandelion. I did help pick Pickle because that's a cute name.
But we have a cat named Pixel.
I know.
So they're very close.
I know, but the name Pickle's adorable.
And now we've got Pixel. She'll be confused as to which name she's not answering to.
Shadow likes the bunnies.
He does. He's actually warmed up to them.
I'll try and remember to post a picture later.
When the bunnies, during the heat wave, we had the bunnies down here, and he was in there with them all the time. And he got along quite well with the bunnies, actually. Once he figured out that they weren't, going to hurt him, he was fine. He doesn't have fear with the bunnies anymore.
There's somebody else that has a cat named Pixel. How fun is that? I've never met anybody else that has a pet named Pixel. So
be nice.
I miss Raspberry. I know we do too.
We do. Raspberry was a good bunny
very
rabbit.
Sweet bunny. That was
very quiet,
that was
very
awful.
That
was a horrible day. Just
that was a bad day.
Saying that was awful. Would St. Louis have to give up assets to offload Tarasenko's contract, or would they get assets in return?
I would think that to offload Tarasenko's contract, they'll have to retain some money. And I would think then, they could probably get something back. I don't think they'll get back as much as St. Louis fans might want. But I would think that there would be some teams biting on Tarasenko. And rumors were Seattle thought about it too.
Black cats are the best. Shadow thinks so. He's pretty sure he is the best cat.
One thing is I learned
Basil and Pepper, that's cute names.
Nobody wanted to adopt him when he was a kitten. I was the only one willing to take, because him and his sister were a package deal. I was the only one that wanted the black cat. Everybody wanted the calico because she was so pretty. And so I've always said that, with cats from here going forward, I will adopt black cats because people don't. They avoid black cats.
That is true.
It's not fair.
Lots of people talking about their kitties and the kitty names. See, and this is how live streams are supposed to go. And then pretty soon we have somebody complaining about why we're not talking about hockey every second.
And I mean, they're commercial again, so.
Black cats are the friendliest and the weirdest at the same time. Shadow, he's different. He's kind of a brat. He likes to mess with the girls. He's definitely he plays, only male.
I'm not touching you.
And then we have 3 girls, and he is definitely that big brother that he likes to jump out from behind something, jump up from on top of something to them.
So if they're going upstairs, he'll help them with a little swat on the backside.
Yes.
When they don't know that he's there, so that they jump at 10 feet. I don't know where he got the idea that would be funny to scare anybody like that, because I would never do that multiple times a day.
He does. Shannon's a brat too. Shadow gets it from him.
I scare her every day. It's
He
so
thinks
funny.
it's so funny. Oh my god.
Various spots in the house too, so it's not the same spot every time.
No, he's such a brat.
Sometimes it's the front door.
Well, there's a bunch of people that have black kitties. That's awesome. Black cat named Bozo. Aw. There's some other shadows.
I'm picturing Kevin Weeks. Now they've pre-filmed them at various locations. I'm picturing Weeks like teleporting between all these locations.
The TV broadcast needs Pierre to say
What?
no.
What?
I would just like to say no to that. I house sat for friends Black Cat years ago. It was vicious. You needed to wear multiple layers of oven mitts just to play with it. Oh, he plays with claws.
I don't play with him.
You have to be careful with him.
He goes from 0 to kill in like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
He is very excited to play, and he will scratch the hell out of you.
Wow, I looked so handsome on stage earlier. Great stream. As always, Shannon and Yvonne. Good luck, Seattle. From Gary.
Okay, so it is Mark Giordano. Mark Giordano is
A lot
confirmed.
of people have shadows. Oh, another person has 2 black cats, Shadow and Solo.
See, and Shadow, I gave him that name for a reason.
And just a reminder, feel free to go on the Discord and post your critter pictures, because I love it when it's full of all the critter pictures. It doesn't have
Agreed.
to just be kitties. A lot of people share their dog pictures, or there's a few other people that have bunnies. I know there's at least one person that shows pictures of a snake.
Okay.
So yes, to all the animal pictures.
Giordano's not getting traded. He's there in a Seattle jersey. He's not getting traded.
How many of the entry draft players do you think will end up on the opening day roster? I assume 10 or more will end up traded out or sent to the AHL.
This year's, you mean the entry draft? Is it the entry draft he was talking about?
I think he's talking about the Seattle.
The expansion draft?
Yeah, entry draft. Oh, this says entry draft.
But if it's entry draft, this year's entry draft is not replete with a lot of NHL ready players because of the shortened seasons all over the place. So this year's entry draft, there may be a couple of players who actually play in the NHL this year. There won't be very many. But yeah, Giordano's there and he's answering questions. So I would be shocked if Giordano gets traded.
Should have taken a picture of the raccoon I transported last night. Aww.
Raccoons are so cute.
There's so much trouble.
But there's an account I follow on on Twitter too that's Possum Every Hour.
He shows me
and some of the possum pictures are awesome. Possums are so ugly.
They really are.
And helpless and hissy.
But the babies have like the biggest like cartoon eyes and teeth.
They're always
so
ugly and they always look like they're ready to eat you. And yet I kind of want one as a pet now because I've seen all these pictures and I'm like, you know what? That would be a cute pet to have.
Misunderstood.
I remember there was a time I was walking to work. This was like about a decade ago, and I came across there was a possum in the middle of the road. And this is it's not a busy road, but there's usually big trucks on it. So I thought I can't leave this possum here and come walking home and see it dead. So I went and I'm like, okay, get off the road. And it was just like, no, get off the road. I'm trying to save your life. And so it starts slowly walking while it's hissing over its shoulder at me. Like, no, get off the road. The whole time he's just hissing the whole way.
Who's better, Aho or Eichel?
At his peak, Eichel is better, but last year was definitely Aho. If Eichel can play to the top of his game, he's one of the absolute best centers in the game.
My mom says she would like to have a pet sloth.
A sloth would be great.
He meant the expansion. Too much beer.
In this expansion, a lot of these guys are going to get traded out. That's why I'm taking note of which players are actually there wearing jerseys, because these should be the guys who are in the opening night roster for Seattle next year. These are the guys they're building around.
Holland is ruining the most important offseason in franchise history. He's incapable of adapting to the cap era and wasting the best athlete on earth.
I'm stunned by what's happened to Edmonton's blue line. And Edmonton's blue line wasn't fantastic to start with, but if they bring back Barry and they've got Keith in the top four, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what Edmonton does next year.
Fiala to Seattle for second overall.
Oh, that wouldn't work. That's not enough.
We have a woodpecker that lives in the yard I like to watch. Woodpeckers look really cool. They are cool looking birds. We have an owl that lives in a big tree across the street. That's really fun. Okay, and we have a bunny. We have a wild bunny that I think it lives right behind our fence because I see it all the time. My cat's name is Peanut. Oh my goodness. That sounds like a great name for a cat.
I'm surprised Larson's not there.
I need pictures of all of these cats that you guys are talking about. Yeah, I have a cat named Frank. He's a mixed Maine Coon and is orange. Aren't Maine Coons huge? Aren't those the huge ones?
I think so. Yeah.
I had an argument with a possum who is sitting on my trash can. I actually won. That's funny. I have two black cats named Bandit and Percy. Oh, have they picked from the Caps yet?
Yes. Vitek Vanacek's gone. Goaltender, he's gone to Seattle.
Do they make pink jerseys like the NFL? Yes. They make women. I know our daughter has a Florida pink jersey. I don't think the guys ever wear them, do they? Even for
closest
practice?
Closest you get are
the lavender ones for cancer, but I don't think
cancer jerseys.
I don't think they ever wear them even for the practice jerseys. They do sell pink jerseys, though. But they're
the lavender hockey fights cancer. They wear those on cancer nights.
Pink.
For the warm up. That's it.
The lavender ones, some of them look nice for some teams. Some of them it just doesn't work.
So I think we're down to just 2 picks now. So the Vancouver pick
get a black cat, name him Sabbath.
What? What?
I have a little panther named Bagheera. That's a great
Bagheera's
name.
A great name for a cat.
That's great. My calico is Trixie. Get it? Trix, tri-colored cat. That's great. Owls love bunnies. I know. That's why we are very careful with our bunnies outside. They get to play in play yard sometimes, but only during the day. And sometimes I actually cover it with big piece of cardboard. It gives them shade as well because bunnies don't like being in direct sunlight. Who, in your opinion, should the Rangers target this offseason? I definitely think they need a top lane center assigned for Zibanejad.
If Blackwell's gone, there's been rumors of maybe a side deal to get Blackwell back. They need help down the middle. I mean, I know Landeskog's not a center, but I could see him being popular. I could see the Rangers at least kicking tires on him. And I think they'll be in the market for a top forward. The Rangers, in my eyes, are a team that should break through next year. They should be much better. And I thought they were better this season than their record would state. I think in any other division, they might have made the playoffs. I think they were hurt by which division they were in.
If you ever hear a cat meowing, it is almost always Bear.
It's always Bear.
Every once in a while is Shadow, and it'll sound like a
quiet.
tiny little kitten.
Shadow's
but it's
quiet.
Almost always Bear. Pixel and Lilybell do not meow. They're quiet cats. There's so many people on here talking about their cats. It's great. You guys make these live streams fun.
Yep, the only one left is Vancouver. Cole Lind is supposed to be the Vancouver pick. That's the only one left.
All right. My 5-year-old daughter loves the pink in your hair. Wants her first hairdo to look like yours. Aw. Shout out to Delilah May. Would make her day. She's recovering from a broken arm. Had to have surgery. Aw.
Delilah,
Hello,
I would gladly
May.
sign your cast. If you have
That's
a cast.
rough.
Sometimes they don't always give you a cast for that.
After surgery, they usually do.
Usually.
I had to have tons of surgery. Not on my arm, but on my leg. So I totally understand how that is. But thanks. Miss. Move my right shoulder. I try to there you go. See, I moved.
What is your right shoulder covering up?
Everything. This team is so tall. I know, right? Okay, here. I know I keep trying to move every once in a while, but this is awkward and I can't see the chat at all. There you go. You see it? Okay. All right. Now back to where I can see. Siobhan should start the Hair Girl channel. I don't know. See, I don't really do hair stuff. I'm lucky that I'm blonde, so I don't have to bleach my hair at all. So,
Okay, Cole Lind is the
my
last
sister
pick.
had a broken elbow as a kid and had to have a cast-in
The
traction.
last pick,
That would
Cole
be
Lind.
lame. I had to have
Well done.
a big frame on my leg. You know, like you see on car wreck victims? I had those and more casts than I can remember. I was counting at one point. I was over 20 casts, so lots. Have there been side deals?
Nothing announced today. I didn't hear anything announced today, not during this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 6 players that are there wearing Seattle jerseys. I would think those are the 6 guys that you don't have to worry about getting traded, which includes Mark Giordano. So the rumors of a Giordano deal don't sound like they're going to happen.
My ex came into my work and she's a blonde now. Looks awful. Doesn't that make you feel better though?
Yes, McDermott's the pick from the Kings.
You're just like, they look terrible.
It's a giant box coming
That's what
up.
happens when we're awful people. Did you just do that one?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. Suter and Landy to St. Louis.
Suter may be a popular pick. The one thing with Suter is he's going to be going somewhere that he thinks he can win more than a place where he thinks he can make the most money because he's got a lot of money.
Oh, our kids' favorite teams. Adelaide really likes the Leafs, but she always says that she likes every team. She usually likes whatever team is winning, unless they're playing the Leafs. Then the Leafs override that.
Yes.
But other than that, it's whoever's winning.
Okay. Now I don't have to worry about blocking out the screen because that's over. So I turned the TV off.
Our oldest favorite
There's
is
the picks.
Vegas, and only Vegas. He really likes Vegas. Vegas. He really likes Vegas.
There's the picks, everybody. There you go. You just lean that a little bit. See, there you go. You got Jared McCann.
There's this guy over here.
And
this one here.
Alexander True from San Jose. Parisi to the Lightning would work, but he'd have to be willing to work for less. And I think Tampa will have no problem getting guys to work for less, which of course fans will be completely reasonable about because when guys sign really nice deals with Tampa, fans are happy. Fans in general really like Tampa right now. I've seen nothing but complimentary messages about the Tampa Bay Lightning since they won the Stanley Cup. So that's a key thing. Oh, that's fun. I should do videos like this from now on.
People really like that.
Wilson, the hockey guy.
Then our middle one, he likes the Oilers and the Hurricane. That's his main teams, right?
Oilers, Hurricanes. Yeah.
I thought there was 3.
Isn't it Minnesota too?
I was just gonna say, doesn't he like Minnesota too? And if like one of my teams are playing, they'll usually root for whoever I'm rooting for, as long as it's not one of their teams.
This is the trouble I have with boards. People don't understand the hassle it is with the glare.
So there were no extra players added. There were no side deals.
Nothing yet. But wait for tomorrow when the moratorium on trading ends. Ron Francis said there's been a lot of chatter, so look for deals to happen tomorrow.
You're such a dork.
Why am I a dork? I'm not blocking out the board.
Ridiculous.
I want everybody to see what's going on.
People are probably just tuning in and like,
here's
what
the board.
hell is this?
See all this?
Why are there all these people watching this? These two are goofs.
See, suck at Sportsnet. You guys have all the graphics, and look at this. Look what I can do. Look at this. Bet you can't do a whiteboard like this, Sportsnet.
Okay.
You guys aren't making up all these magnets, are you? Look at that. It's fancy magnets, Sportsnet.
Well, this draft was a waste of time.
I don't think so.
You're welcome.
I think it was a waste of time. I think they got a good starting point. The interesting thing, too, is that for anybody...
Who's the girl?
Behind the board. For anybody who wants to... And I know there's people who want to complain that Seattle didn't get all the great players that were available. If I started doing season previews tomorrow, based on who teams have right now, people will be like, it's too early to start season previews. We don't know who they're going to have. And that's the thing with Seattle. We do not know what that roster is going to look like. A lot of these guys who get picked here are going to get traded. They're going to end up off the team for whatever reason, and other guys are going to come in and replace them. They got lots of cap space. They went with reasonably priced contracts. This team's going to be impressive. And I think, I don't know about playoffs, but I think they're going to be good. I think they should be a 500 team. And I think that's best for the NHL to have a strong team right out of the gate.
Tampa needs to lose more than Gord. Who else needs to go and where?
They have to find a way to get rid of Johnson. So I would think they're going to be calling, if they haven't already, calling to work out a deal to get Tyler Johnson off to Seattle.
And Shannon, like Wilson from Home Improvement. Yeah.
No, that works. And I can use Bob. I can have Bob in a video. And I don't even have to. I can just be off in a corner while Bob here hosts a video, and I can use Bob. You can just have him in front of the camera, and then Bob can host it. I don't even have to be. I could be eating. I could be drinking something. Just do a whole video, and have Bob hosting it, because his name's Bob. That way, no one gets confused as to whether or not it's me, because it's very lifelike. So he's Bob.
Oh, I totally skipped again. Okay. S. Reinhardt to LA for Clegg. Grundstrom and next year's second round pick.
I don't think that would be enough to get it done. Sam Reinhart had a very good year. If Buffalo trades him, I think they're going to want a lot. And I don't think they're necessarily going to come down off of that. It's going to be interesting because Ristolainen, Reinhart, and Eichel, all three of them could be on their way out. Buffalo can basically revamp the whole lineup.
Bob is awesome.
Bob's great. Bob, and he doesn't.
Sorry, how have we never seen that? Have you had it in videos like hiding in the background?
No.
Not. You need to.
No, that's what I was sent by the Vancouver Canucks after their season was done, and I was like, that's going to get used in videos.
Needs to, like, have it in the background to where you can just kind of see it, because then only certain people would see it,
well,
and we'd get the comments of what the hell.
Or we can just strap him up so that his eyes are just showing over the board like this.
And hats fit it.
And yes.
Checked.
Yes. Well, because his head is gigantic. But yeah, the hat.
This is what happens when you don't leave your house for a year and a half.
Have Bob. Yeah. And I have my little Stanley Cup too that I'm bringing to the meetup on Saturday. You guys
have done with your spouse for the last year and a half.
On Saturday, I'm bringing my little Stanley Cup. It's 14 inches tall, but whoever wins the last game gets to carry around the Stanley Cup like they just won the Stanley Cup. So that should be fun.
We're not eating hot dogs out of it though, because gross.
No.
Just saying.
Nobody's putting their baby in it either. I don't know why you'd bring a baby to a meetup, so don't bring it up.
We've had kids come to meetups.
Not
bring
babies.
A kid.
And a baby wouldn't fit in that cup either.
Please hide it in the background. I know, he needs to, right? I think it'd be so funny. It entertained me, and that's what's important. That is the important
A lot of the
part.
time, I do stuff in videos just entertaining myself.
Again,
and if it works, great. And if it doesn't, oh well.
When you've been at home for a year
but
and a half.
I'm like, man, that's kind of funny. I got to say that, or I got to leave that in there. Sometimes it hits and sometimes it doesn't. Doesn't change my mind about whether or not I think it's funny.
Yeah, right. I want to see Tampa Bay do 3 in a row. I don't know.
Because of one player, Pat Maroon.
Stanley Cup. Because of one player, Pat Maroon, he would be only the second ever, other than Eddie Girard, to win 4 in a row with different teams.
I honestly, I think that Tampa Bay is going to be competitive next year. I know they're going to have trouble with the cap, but again, when you've been winning like they have, you have no problem attracting free agents, and they'll sign with you for less because they know they have a chance to win. So it's quite possible they'll be able to round out that roster, and they'll be more competitive than expected.
His head is gigantic. It really is. But be nice.
That's a couple ways to take that.
Be nice.
I don't think that's necessarily...
Kate, don't even, Shannon.
I'm just saying there's a couple ways to take that, meaning I could be like have a big head about myself. What are you calling?
Okay. Newcomer to hockey and the Kraken. Do you think anyone will fill that physical enforcer role?
McDermott is definitely capable of doing that. Brandon Tanev isn't afraid to drop the gloves if he needs to. Trying to remember with True. I don't think that's the case with True. Jared McCann's dropped his gloves before. Bastion's got some of that quality to him as well. Lauzon can be physical when he needs to be. I mean, there's some guys there that can do that. Jamie Alexiak is huge. So yeah, there's definitely that capability with the roster they put together.
Blink if you need help, Shannon.
Is that Clayton?
No.
He's the only one in driving distance.
But no, there's a bunch of people in driving distance. He's the only one that knows where we live.
I'm still screwed.
Are you considered a local celebrity?
Not by me.
No. Do you have to wear a disguise when you leave the house? You're implying that we leave the house.
And you know the thing is too, I don't normally get recognized.
Yeah, he does.
Other than by my voice.
Every time we leave the house.
A lot of the times it's my voice.
He is recognized every time.
Like the first week there that we went to Mike's, there was somebody who was looking at me that didn't know who they thought I looked familiar. And then I spoke and they're like, "Oh, you're the hockey guy," because of my voice. So unless I start changing my voice when I leave the house, I could get like one of those voice modulators like in Scream. But I don't think I'm going to do that. Would be weird. And then people are like, why does he need a voice modulator? So,
weirdo. We really haven't left the house much in the past year and a half, but Shannon really does get recognized almost every time we leave the house. The couple times we have left the house, he has been recognized.
We went to get our first COVID vaccine, and I got recognized when we went to do that. I was wearing a mask.
Yes.
I don't even think I was wearing a hockey jersey.
We went to the Canada Day drive-through, not wearing hockey jersey. He was recognized.
Yep.
We didn't even get out of the car. Really, he does get recognized everywhere we go. I get recognized even when I'm not with Shannon. They don't usually know my name, but you know,
Mrs. Hockey Guy.
I'm either the hockey guy's wife,
lady of the hockey guy.
though I do sometimes get asked if we're married. Or I'm known as my children's mother. So it's whoever you know. I'm never Yvonne. It's whoever else is in my family. Just got off work, but saw the leaks. What happens now to Dougie Hamilton? Does he come back to Carolina or sign a big deal in Seattle?
I don't think it's going to happen with Carolina. I think if he was going to sign in Carolina, it would have happened already. Carolina is still a team that can offer him an 8-year contract. As an unrestricted free agent, he can get 7. So for that reason, you can't completely close the door in Carolina, but yeah, we'll see. And I would imagine we'll start seeing some signings now that the expansion is done. Now they can start announcing, okay, we've signed this guy, and not have to worry about Seattle getting in the middle.
Somewhere, some teacher is proud of Shannon. I know, right? Aww.
Probably.
Change your voice to Darth Vader. There you go. Problem solved.
I don't know that I can do Darth Vader. I think it'd come across more like Dark Helmet. I think I could do Rick Moranis a little better.
You two are married? You were at the wedding.
Last time I checked.
That's usually what I answer. Last time I checked, we were.
Although she got closer to me in the wedding pictures than you did.
My mom? Yeah. Okay. I work at Cabela's in Abbotsford. Come by sometime. There you go. We don't ever go.
Well, when the boys need
we
like
don't ever
scout
go
stuff,
anywhere.
maybe.
Yeah, we do have a very scouty son. He loves scouts. Okay. Well, wasn't here for the stream. I come from Steve Dangles. He noticed that the team is very big and tall. Was that something you noticed too?
This is a team that can play physical hockey. And Alexiak's tall enough for everybody. Lauzon's no slouch either. We look at the teams that win Stanley Cups. Their defense is generally 6'1" and taller from 1 through 6. Francis clearly has been doing his homework. It's an impressive starting point for Seattle. This isn't the final roster. This is the starting point.
Is McKinnon captain if Landeskog leaves?
Yes, he should be. And Ben H Sports is already concerned because he has McKinnon jerseys with the A on the front. And of course, when it goes from an A to a C, that's when Shannon messages him and says, so you're going to be selling those cheap, right? Because everybody's going to want the C. I did that with Bergeron last year. So Yeah, that's the frustration if you're a jersey seller. But yeah, I would imagine that McKinnon probably gets the captaincy.
Next time I see you guys at a Canucks game, I'll definitely come over and say hi. Absolutely.
Yesterday, they sent me a notice about picking what kind of package I want with the team, and I picked quarter season package. So they're supposed to email me, and we're supposed to go through pricing and all that other stuff. So I'm hoping to make it to a quarter of the Canucks games this coming season, and I want to make it to. I'm going to ballpark 3 or 4 games for Abbotsford too.
That would be really fun.
Just to be able to go to some Abbotsford games and
eventually when we do get to go to games, when people usually message me on Discord, Facebook is really hard for me to see those.
Right.
But if you message me on Discord, I generally tell people where we are sitting. We are totally okay with people coming to say hi.
People pretty much figure it out usually anyways, because I'll have a bright garish jersey on.
Yeah.
Hey, there's an ugly yellow flying V over there. Bet you that's THG. Yep.
Yeah. People.
What? That hat is so gaudy and ugly. That's got to be him. And it is.
Yeah.
But I don't usually leave our seat either. Even during the intermissions, I usually stay put.
Because you get kind of bombarded.
There was one time that got kind of frightening. So yeah. I was like, oh, that's a lot of people coming over. I kind of need to go to the bathroom. If I left my seat, it's because I had too much soda before I came to the game. I love to hang out with everybody, but I'm trying to, so.
On a mission.
Yeah.
Do you believe in the Bobrovsky-Knight tandem?
Yes. Spencer Knight's a very good goaltender. I would not be surprised if Philadelphia brings somebody else in just in case, like maybe Laurent Brossoit goes to UFA and they bring him in just in case. But if Knight's good to go, if he's ready, I do believe in that tandem.
When are you buying a Kraken jersey, and who are you getting on the back?
I would lean towards. So I'm going to get both. I'll get the home and the away. I'm leaning towards Brandon Tanev if he's still there.
Bring Pop with you.
If I was going to get a jersey, or get a name on the back, I'd probably pick the white one to get a name and number on, and it would probably be Tanev.
What are your thoughts on the Seattle jerseys?
I think they look really nice. I honestly think that, they could have done something more fun with the Kraken name, but the S is a throwback to the Seattle Metropolitans, and I think they're really sharp jerseys. They look like hockey jerseys. Love the color scheme they picked too. I think they're really nice.
People are still asking about trades. If there's going to be trades, when
there will be.
The
there wasn't anything announced today. I'll scour all the internet usual places before I do a review video on this, but it doesn't look like anything was announced today.
What's the snack of choice when at a game? We don't buy food.
I don't buy stuff at the game. I figure out what I'm going to have after the game.
We really don't. We don't buy food.
It's like meetups. Meetups I don't eat at meetups either. It's after.
Late to the game here, but wanted to say hello. These
howdy.
Jerseys are wicked sweet. No. Also, just got a Minnesota gear yesterday, so love your jersey pick. I really like this jersey too.
Yeah,
I think it's really pretty.
She likes the red Minnesota
jersey. This
jersey.
is one of my very favorite jerseys.
Absolutely.
I got Shannon one of these jerseys forever ago. That was so long ago.
That was 5 years ago?
It was a long time ago.
It was shortly. We hadn't been together that long when you got me the Minnesota in red because you really liked it. And I did not have a Minnesota jersey at the time.
I got you your first Jets jersey and your first Minnesota
Wild
jersey. Yeah. Because, that's the kind of couple we are.
Yep.
Are you a Wild fan? I am.
She is. I will cheer for the Wild for her. If the Wild are against a team that I'm not one way or the other on, that I don't really care, then like if Minnesota was against Colorado in the playoffs, I'd root for Minnesota for her sake. Even if it breaks my bracket, I'd root for Minnesota because it's fun to see her happy when her teams are winning.
It's rare.
Because she yells and swears and throws stuff when they lose.
That's not at all what happens.
It's not.
I don't ever swear, and I definitely don't.
I don't
yell
either.
At hockey
I haven't really freaked out over a game in very, very, very long. I think the Canucks in 2011 just broke me. I think that was it.
Food at a game? No, beer only. We don't drink beer.
I don't drink beer. And I don't like to drink at a game because I like to be there for the whole thing.
We certainly wouldn't be drinking alcohol, not at home. But we really don't, neither one of us, we really don't drink. What do you think Seattle's plan is with their 3 young up-and-coming goalies?
I would think they add a veteran goaltender and then probably trade one of them. Now, obviously, Drieger's the one that's going to stay because they interviewed him and they add him in a jersey. Vanacek may very well end up being a guy who gets flipped. He has a low cap hit, good value, and then you bring in a veteran. And I think Mrazek's going to be popular as a veteran on the UFA market.
I thought you were a Jets fan. Yes.
Yes, she is.
I definitely am. Do the Isles Landeskog?
They may look into it. I don't know if they have enough cap space to make it work, especially if he wants $9 million plus. But
Do
they'll
we
try.
want kids? No, we're good. We have kids.
We've offered
We have
to
more than enough
send
children.
spares out and have not had takers.
We have children.
Yeah.
We have enough children.
Yeah.
We're good on kids.
I've
Thank
spent
you.
time raising children since 1999. I'm kind of
we've
not
got-
looking forward to more.
No. We have kids. We're done with kids. We're good.
I'm
If you're on, do I post pictures of the kids on?
not really.
Sometimes they're on the Instagram.
Briefly.
The cats one. They're on mine, definitely. They're
In the
sometimes
bunny
on the
bunny
Hockey Guy.
pictures,
Yeah.
you'll see them on.
Yeah,
on the
sometimes you can
THG.
see them
Yeah.
on the Hockey Guy Facebook, especially Adelaide's.
Sometimes,
in
yes.
pictures.
Yes,
I posted pictures of her yesterday. That's
Yes.
mostly on my Instagram, though.
absolutely.
We definitely have kids, so.
Yep.
Do the Isles
You already asked me
Landeskog? I sure did. No, there are
already asked
no
me that.
fires near us. They're all on
No.
the other side of the mountain.
They're in the interior,
We
so
are very lucky about that. Yeah. There are other parts of BC that are not doing so good. They called a state of emergency.
finally took so long. That's
Yeah.
the next one.
Yep. Okay. Just checking here. Gonna miss Gord, but I saw a Super Bowl and Stanley Cup win in person, so I lost my right to complain. Fan card. Keep up the vids, Shannon.
Oh yeah, I mean Tampa Bay is really, in all honesty, that's where your championships are right now. It's like Boston was a decade ago. It is fun because it doesn't last, so it's fun. Enjoy it while it lasts.
How come Benny doesn't go for a bigger, stronger team? Seattle will crush us.
I mean, Vancouver's been getting the skill guys. It sort of reminds me of the Toronto mold somewhat. And you have to have the right, bigger, stronger players. That was why I wanted Matt Tkachuk in the draft that one year, but they didn't draft Matthew Tkachuk. They instead went with Hugh Levy. But I think the effort is there. We'll see how things go once the regular season starts. There's a lot of moves Vancouver has potentially in the mix. Apparently they're looking at moving Nate Schmidt, so we'll see if that happens.
More kids are definitely not needed. We still have 3 living in the house, so we are good.
Yeah.
Oh, which do you prefer, Shannon, the Canucks or the Bruins?
Oh, Canucks.
He's
Canucks.
done plenty of
I
videos
will.
on that
I mean,
too.
there are cases where I'll cheer for Boston against Vancouver only if Vancouver's way out of a playoff spot and Boston needs
if
that
they
win
need that to
for a
get
big
the-
game. Then I'll cheer for Boston. But in general, Vancouver's the team I'll cheer for. It's just over the last 5 years, usually the game is more important to Boston than it is to Vancouver.
How likely is it that Carolina re-signs Mrazek?
Now that the expansion draft's over, it's possible because they do need somebody in that battery with Nedeljkovic. You just don't want to sign him before the expansion draft and give that contract up to Ron Francis. So it's quite possible they circle back if they haven't already.
You're the man, Shan.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are. Did you ever put the 50-year St. Louis Blues patch on any of your St. Louis jerseys? I sent you back a couple years ago.
Yes.
Yes.
I put it on the throwback.
Right.
The Winter Classic.
I put that on a couple months ago.
Yeah.
It looks really nice on it
Yeah,
too.
that went on the Winter
one's fun.
Classic.
You posted a picture of that on your Instagram, didn't you?
I think so.
He generally posts pictures after I put
try to.
patches on them.
Yeah.
He usually puts them on his Instagram, which is totally full of a gajillion jerseys.
It's got all the jerseys.
So if you
on
don't
there.
like looking at jerseys, don't follow Shannon on Instagram.
No.
People get irritated at how many jersey pictures are.
Well, when I
Which is
posted
funny,
all of them at the same
but-
time, yes, that did it.
Have you heard if and when Pod Colson comes over?
Pod Colson's supposed to come over in a couple weeks. I know Vancouver's looking at getting him on the ice and working with him on some stuff. Their plan is to have him in the lineup in October, so he should be over in a couple weeks and good to go.
What do you think the market is like for Halak?
Halak, at 35 years of age and coming off of what was a poor season, by the end of the year, he was the number 3 guy in Boston. I would think that he's going to make a lot less money. He may end up being a backup option. Maybe Tampa brings him in, but I don't think there's a lot of market for Halak now.
Hey, Shannon, thanks for the hours of entertainment, especially in quarantine. It was nice to be able to hang out with you for a bit, so to speak.
We try.
It's nice for us, too. This is like our only social bit that we've been getting. True. So we like doing the live streams as well. So, yeah. What do you think about the rumor of Eichel being traded to the Wild?
Minnesota's one of the few teams that has the cap space to make it work. Buffalo's asking price is going to be really high. So that's the one factor is that Buffalo is going to want a lot for Eichel.
Will the Avs win a cup in the next 3 to 5 years?
There's already bets that they're the most likely Stanley Cup champion next year. Don't be surprised if I take them to potentially win the Stanley Cup in 2022, because teams will often fail that first time that they're a favorite.
Who made the Oilers go after with Larson signing?
Hamilton would be the home run. Hamilton would absolutely be the home run if they could make it work.
How do you attach patches to jerseys? I'm a seamstress, so for me it's pretty darn easy. I actually sew it on, but you can use fabric glue if you are not comfortable with the sewing machine or you don't have one, or you can take it in to a jersey place, and a lot of jersey places, if they do the name kits, they will also sew patches on for you. True. But I sew them on. I use a temporary fabric glue that only stays for a moment, just because you can't pin them.
No.
You can't. They're so thick. You can't pin those. So I do a temporary fabric glue, and then I sew it on with a zigzag stitch. There you go.
Zigzag stitches are so... I just get a tear in my eye when I see those.
You need to use a zigzag stitch. Otherwise, you have corners that snag on stuff.
If you like it, I call you a dork. Just saying, you can't call me that. Wow. Wow. Oh, your page just got cut by 10%. Sorry, Dave.
Okay.
Now Yvonne really needs a raise.
Okay.
Wow.
Rumor is Detroit is going to let Bernier test the market. Do they re-sign him or look elsewhere?
It's interesting because I really thought for sure Bernier would be going back to Detroit. I think he can make a pretty decent. I think he can get a really good contract based on how well he played for Detroit last year. Probably a 2 or maybe a 3-year deal. Bernier had a really good year on a team that people weren't paying a lot of attention to. I would think that the door would stay open for him to go back to Detroit. But again, it's Steve Yzerman. If anybody can go out and improve Detroit's goaltending, even though you're losing Bernier, it'd be Yzerman. You guy's a wizard.
You guys are funny. How did we meet? Online.
Yeah,
online
I was
dating because neither of us like people. So.
There was a contest, and I was the 10th caller. So I got to go out on a date with her.
I would not do that.
And not again because you're with me now.
No.
But it was.
We don't
it was
like
great.
people, so online dating is much easier.
Online dating is comparatively speaking.
Yeah, so that's how that works. But online dating, easier that way. Okay, do you think Tarasenko's situation will force Armstrong to take a mediocre or bad trade, or will they get good interest?
If Seattle's going to get rid of the entire contract, it's probably going to look like a bad trade. If St. Louis is willing to retain some of that $7.5 million, they could probably make a better trade. But I think a lot of it is really about saving themselves some money. And kind of the headache too that they've had with Tarasenko over the last year or so. So yeah, I think that the return may look bad in the end, but it might help St. Louis in the long term.
Oh, I'm scared of doing online dating. I'd rather meet somebody in person. Well, that works for you.
And I
didn't go enough places to meet somebody in person.
I didn't really. Yeah,
so
I didn't really go
that
out.
Makes it tricky when you don't do a lot of stuff. It's not like I go to a bar to meet
I hated
people,
going to bars.
I didn't like any of the people I would meet at church or whatnot. So.
Even when I was single in my 20s, if a woman hit on me at the bar, I was like, I got to get out of here. I gotta go.
Yeah, because you're wondering, why are you talking to me?
I gotta go. My friend be like, why do you want to leave? I'm like, see that drunk person over there? They just
Yeah.
keep bothering me. So I'm just gonna go.
So for the two of us, online dating worked really well because it's easier to meet people and it's easier to weed out the weirdos, which are plentiful.
Oh, she didn't do that well because I'm still here.
There's a lot. How they met, she must have lost a bet. Ha ha, just kidding. You guys are awesome. Shannon is pretty awesome.
Well, no, you did lose the bet, though.
He's pretty cute. And he's got really nice legs. So
oh my god.
It's a bonus.
It's not. How about no?
What do I sew? I sew a lot of stuff. I am
whatever I tell her.
I'm a pattern tester and a strike sewer, which is I sew up fabric
by punching it.
To be sold so that people can see pictures of it actually on things. And I test patterns out. So when a designer's going to come out with a pattern, I sew it to make sure that things are right. Yeah. There you go. So I sew all the things. When I'm not wearing a jersey, whatever I'm wearing, I'm most likely made.
That's true.
Same with our kids.
Yeah. Cap Friendly saying no trade made by Seattle prior to the draft. So no side deals for Kraken. Yeah. Francis I'm not going to say he whined about it, but he did warn about this before the expansion draft, that there just weren't the deals there that were available to Vegas. I think we've got trades coming tomorrow, and I think there's going to be plenty of them. I really think we're going to see a lot of them.
I'm brand new to hockey, and you've been my main source for learning all the ins and outs. I appreciate you so much. Go Kraken.
Thank you.
He tries.
I did try my best.
Did they're not announcing any picks going to Seattle for not taking certain players mean that there weren't any, or they just haven't announced them?
I don't think that there were any then. I think they would have to announce them at the time, but I'm not sure what the guidelines are with that. I don't know if they're like, all right, we're just going to announce these picks, and then maybe after they announce trades. But again, we'll see what happens.
Should the NHL get some sort of bird rights rule, maybe a percentage free cap space to encourage player loyalty, smart drafting?
I've said for a while that I'd be okay with there being an increase on the cap for players that you grew yourself, where for a player that you drafted and you brought along, then maybe you get more cap allowance than you get for a free agent that comes in or for a guy you get via trade. But I don't think there's any traction for that in the NHL.
Stop abusing Shannon. Peoples.
Here's the whole board.
What is the best jersey of all time, and why is it the Brett Hull captain patch blue kit circa 96? No, it's
the Space Coyote. The Space Coyote's the best jersey ever. Although I haven't started doing the countdown yet, so don't take that as official. Not yet.
You guys didn't hear that, even though he says it all the time.
Space Coyote.
He does.
How do I see there? You get and then there's there's the shadow.
You meet no good people in bars. Well, you
might meet good people, but they might not be at their best.
Right.
So that's the thing that I had, was that they weren't necessarily at their best when they were at the bar.
Taylor wouldn't sew leather sleeves on my denim jacket because it takes a certain kind of machine to sew not only denim but leather.
And then you get that light right there.
Both materials are quite tricky to sew. You have to have the right kind of machine. And
then you get that light, and you get the shadow.
If you aren't experienced with that, it can turn out really bad.
This is why I always stand in the same spot, and the boards are always at the same angle, because I've got a light right here, and then you've got the light from the window right there.
So I'm screwing it all up.
And it has to be on a certain angle at a certain distance. Otherwise, you get that bright light in the middle.
Who do the Caps go with to replace Vanacek?
Well, I said earlier, they do have Copley as the backup option. They also have a lot of options on the free agent market. If they believe Samsonov is the full-time starter and that they're going to be able to roll with Samsonov, you can go for a guy like Laurent Brossoit coming out of Winnipeg. There are other deals that could potentially be made. Maybe you trade for a Martin Jones. Maybe you think Jones can bounce back somewhere else if San Jose retains some of that money. But, yeah, there are options.
Do you think the Islanders get Tarasenko?
They'd have to free up cap space first.
Okay, hold on.
But anyways,
skipped again.
Did it skip?
It did. But, oh,
You already did that one.
I know.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I was thinking we should probably get going now.
Yeah.
Because we're up to 7 o'clock. And
we've been talking to
all
you
that
guys
wonderful
forever.
stuff. Yes.
You guys
And
are
we will be
probably
back on
getting
Friday.
Sick of us.
We will be back
if
on
you're not
Friday.
sick of us yet,
By
you will
Friday,
be
it will
later.
definitely be sick of us. And yeah, so there's that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out. Seattle has now officially got players, and they were wearing jerseys. The jerseys look great. I like the white one better than the blue one, but that's me.
The white jerseys look nice, but I really don't like the white fabric they use. It's so
we'll see.
See-through.
But anyways, guys, thanks for coming out. Thanks for all your help. To all the mods, thank you guys so much for all your help as well.
Awesome.
Great live stream, and we'll see you again on Friday.
Where are we going?
Nowhere. But we've still got Adelaide's banging around up there. I don't know what's going on up there.
Burning things. We were making a cake earlier. I need to make sure.
Could still be bunny related. They might be chewing cords. You just never know.
She probably does have the rabbits out.
Yeah.
She loves bunnies.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys, for coming out, and we'll do this again on Friday.
Mm-hmm.